Previously, in Dragon's Maw. Holy crap, I can't believe we lost the recording. By the time this goes up, there'll probably already be a summary version of the episode, so I'll just go over the major details as a reminder. Powderkeg got back from his date. It went fairly well, at least as far as he claims. The party continued on to Slayer Base. They encountered Silver Wrench, an engineer traveling from Skyfall to Gold Rush. Then Flotsam spotted a raider encampment in the distance, and Powderkeg immediately wanted to destroy it. Some 20 to 30 odd raiders, all blown up using excessive amounts of explosive traps. They found a kid in the basement of one of the buildings, a raider cult spending time out in a cell with his tongue cut out. They used Hydra to restore his tongue and speech. The kid, now named Smack Talk, is now traveling with the party. They tried teaching him ethics on the road, which didn't turn out well. They ran into some cultists, this time ones that didn't even give them the time of day. They met a Proxy of Death, one of the leaders of the Four Horses gang, who was actually pretty chill about the party. Just before they reached the base, they went up to a building marked on their map, a Ministry of Magic bunker. Zenkarn put together the code and manifesto he got from the library earlier and turned it into a passphrase, which opened the bunker. They found a boatload of weapons and knowledge, but were immediately accosted by Steel Rangers, who, when we last left off, were blocking the only exit and had all manner of deadly melee weapons at the ready.
We can tell for certain that they are Steel Rangers, correct?
If you've ever seen a Steel Ranger before in your life, you recognize these guys as Steel Rangers.
Okay.
So we're absolutely sure they're not, Applejack's Rangers.
They do not seem to have the Applejack's Rangers colors.
Okay.
Yay.
But that actually doesn't mean they're not Applejack's Rangers.
True.
They're female.
What?
Ignoring that.
I'm sorry. Are they... One of the... Why does that matter?
Wait, what was that?
Ship them, obviously.
Bud, think about that question and then realize you don't want to know the answer.
Flotsam flings her hooves up in the air in a gesture of surrender and says, We are swords forged in the sun of Celestia's fire. No, wait, that's not it.
We are swords forged in the heat of Celestia's sun.
What he said. We're friendly.
Okay, so me and Zenkarn, we were checking the books, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Can I try to slip whatever book I was looking at? I'm not, even if I didn't really get a chance to look at it, into my saddlebag.
I believe the last line that was uttered before we ended the session was, "Keep your hooves, horns, and wings where we can see them."
Darn. Well, fine. Could I try rolling a stealth roll for it and probably fail horribly?
Sure.
Let's see.
No, Firelight, don't do it. Don't get us killed, you idiot.
Alas, poor Firelight. I knew him.
I'll give it back if I get caught.
Will they give you a
That
chance?
might not be the worst thing that will have to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might have to give away some rat away. It'd be terrible.
Let's see. I think it's only a +5 bonus.
No, it's cool. Don't worry. I'll totally assist you if it goes wrong.
Yeah, it's only a +5 bonus. Okay.
You should do it. It's fine.
Haha.
Hey, 22.
Alright. You're definitely able to, kind of finagle one of the books into your saddlebags, but it's, just a little bit too obvious what you're doing, and the Steel Ranger closest to you just kind of menaces at you with, this sort of spear-like weapon that's glowing with this green energy. I said, keep your hooves where we can see them.
Okay. I'll
You're meant to be the
silently,
sensible one, dude.
I'll silently put the book back.
Alright. Now, as far as what Flotsam and Tempered Steel said, the Steel Ranger in front just kind of looks at you and says, do you even know what that phrase means?
It means we're assets. We can help you. We're the Dragon Maulers Incorporated, and we've been taking care of the dragons that have been putting curses on them all. We're the good guys.
We were told it was the passcode for the local base. We were given it to. It was given to us by a friend.
For pony's sake. The Steel Ranger lowers his weapon. The others behind him definitely keep their weapons up, but the first one kind of raises his hoof up to his head and says, Base, we just got the passcode for Wasteland assets. What should we do? And you hear it sounds like this really, really loud voice kind of echoing inside his helmet, very shouty voice. Can't really tell what it's saying, but you just know it's loud, and the Steel Ranger kind of flinches. And the Ranger kind of shakes it off and says, Alright. Well, if you know what that means, then I hope you realize that means you're gonna have to hand over all of your weapons and valuables until we decide what to do with you.
Now hold on a second. That's not fair.
Javolt slams a hoof in Powder Keg's mouth.
Powder, Powder, he already told us. Excuse my friend, he has issues. He'll be fine, right, Powder?
He said yes.
Javolt is now feeling Powder Keg's teeth.
Powder Keg bites down.
Javolt nods. Predictable. And he takes his hoof out.
You ever do that again, that grenade is going right in your mouth, Javolt.
Javolt sort of gives the Steel Rangers a look and says, take the grenade.
Alright.
Powder is just explosives. You can live without them.
Flotsam takes Craggy out of her saddlebags and sort of holds on to him, and then just kind of proppers her saddlebags nervously over to the Steel Rangers.
Alright. Steel Rangers, very carefully, take your equipment as it's offered to you. They kind of pat you down and, magically scan you for any other sort of equipment and take that as well.
Oh, can I have my piece of paper back? I forgot to take it out.
One of the Steel Rangers rummages through, your saddlebags and levitates out a little slip of paper.
If you don't mind me asking, what do you expect me to be able to do with that hammer that I couldn't already do with my hands and horns?
Tempered steel, ixnay on the etning threat, you'll stay Ranger's ray.
I'm not threatening him. I'm just saying that, I'm not gonna be that much more a threat with a hammer than I'm gonna be without it.
You'll be that much more of a threat, though.
Javolt unclaps his electro cape and says, we will get these back once you've determined we're not threats, right?
The foremost Steel Ranger kind of... It's hard to see under his helmet, but he kind of makes a motion that looks like he's rolling his eyes. He says, that could take a little while, but sure, let's go with yeah.
Will we at least get our... Will we at least get our...
And as for you, Minotaur, that's what the armed escort is for. Isn't that lovely? Now let's get going.
So Javolt hands over his electro cape and his saddlebags.
Fine, I'll hand over my stuff. But I expect it all back when we leave.
I give a very pointed look at Flotsam, and then I hand over my scythe. I keep my saddlebags on me, I just hand the scythe over.
Well, then the Steel Rangers will have to search your saddlebags and take out any sort of relevant equipment.
That'll be fun. Good luck with them on that, considering it's filled with dead body parts.
Oh, God.
That's wonderful.
The Steel Ranger searching your saddlebags. It's still hard to tell under the helmet, but he kind of makes a little gagging motion.
Oh, God.
And then he insists, Sir, I'm going to have to take your saddlebags.
Necromancer's bag.
Fine, but be careful, there are genuine dragon bones in there.
Body parts.
Okay.
Flotsam,
The leader says, okay, now can we get going?
Flotsam just kind of pats Zenkarn on the foreleg, gratefully. As if to say thank you for not making a fuss.
The Steel Rangers, a little bit of backup arrives for them to help escort you. So now you're probably surrounded on all sides, and a few non-armored ponies as well, clad in what looks more like scholarly robes. They arrived.
Powder Keg is going to do one passive-aggressive thing as soon as everyone's out of the bunker.
Okay.
He's going to
I'll
make
keep
sure it closes.
I'll keep that in mind. But the scribes get to work gathering up and cataloging all of the treasure you found in the bunker, and they take you out of the building. So what was that passive-aggressive thing?
Powder Keg shuts the bunker as soon as they're all out of it. Doesn't matter who's still inside, he shuts it.
That,
How do you...
let me see here.
Wait, shouldn't you have waited until everyone was out of it?
No, because the scribes are cataloging things. He doesn't want them taking what he thinks is rightfully his.
I agree with
All right.
Powder for a change.
One of the Steel Rangers at the back of the group kind of quickly rushes to the door and kind of bars it to keep it from totally closing.
Typical. We
day.
find something and you take all the spoils.
Wait, are you saying you never got in there before?
That is not a question for me to answer. Now get going.
Y'all a bunch of stupid assholes.
Wait, how can, if you've never been in there before,
Ahead.
any of it be...
Dirty thieves, all of you.
Powder, you're not helping.
Won't stick the hoof and
They're
Powder's
not
mouth
helping.
again.
One of the Steel Rangers levitates what looks like this sword that's kind of buzzing, almost with electricity, and holds it up to your neck. You really want to continue that line of thought there?
Try
Aren't
me.
you supposed to be good guys?
No, they're not. Not at all. They do
That
what they
sword
want.
is awesome! Where'd you get that?
That's classified.
Oh.
Actually, I'm kind of
What
interested
kind
too.
of good guy threatens someone with a sword for asking questions like that?
Us.
Tempered Steel, have you met us?
We haven't been this bad, have we?
The Steel Ranger escort takes you past this gated area that has all these signs that have these sort of fake warnings, like radioactivity warnings, whatever. And they escort you to this bunker entrance that's kind of built into these slightly rolling hills across this deserted landscape, and they kind of force you inside.
Powder, I think I understand now why you have a distaste for these people.
Yeah.
Do we really need to be having this conversation while they're right here?
Guys, let's not antagonize the people who are surrounding us who have our stuff and weapons.
Oh no, they don't care what we think. We're just number 8 wasteland trash that they can throw around, do whatever they want with.
Yeah, but they can still murder us if they choose, and I'd prefer to survive. Don't
Can't
know
you
about
revive
you.
yourself? You're a necromancer, right?
I kind of have to be alive to use my magic, except that one time, but that was a kind of a specialized case. You know, Nidhogg and all.
Oh, yes. That makes no sense to me whatsoever.
That's kind of how
Lots
it
of
works
meanwhiles
anyway.
on her best
Face hoof.
behavior.
Okay, so they escort you past a bunch of very heavy steel doors and into this sort of web-like underground complex. Eventually, they take you past a bunch of all these other Steel Ranger soldiers and initiates and scribes all running past you. Kind of, everyone looks a little bit sort of panicked or nervous or something. Something's got this group on edge. And the armed group takes you to the holding cells area and puts you into puts you into a couple of cells. They split you into groups of 3.
Wait, what? Wait, but we...
Who ends
Okay,
up with
hang on.
who?
What are the groups that...
And wait, what about Smack Talk and Aurelia?
Ah, yes, and Smack Talk goes, okay, so the groups are, well...
Yeah, we
Or-
kind of got 8 members, not counting Craigie
Yeah.
right now.
Craggy stays with Flotsam always.
Alright, so,
She said hopefully.
it's Firelight, Powder Keg, Tempered Steel, and Smack Talk, and then the rest.
Thanks, bud.
Sorry, I needed to come up
It's
with...
cool. It's cool.
Alright.
So that's me.
You,
Zen-
Zenkarn, Flotsam, and Aurelia.
So I see that they're putting the more stable minds in one cell. No offense, Car.
I just turn to the nearest Steel Ranger and I'm like, can you kill me? It'll be faster.
We'll consider it.
Thank you.
It's not a consideration with them. They're just gonna kill us and let us go. And this was a terrible idea, Flotsam.
Wait, they'll
Why
kill
did
us
you
and
agree
then
to it?
split us, though?
I didn't quite agree to it. I just said we could go this way. Didn't exactly
Look, you
want
gotta
to go
trust
in
me.
here.
They're good guys.
They took our stuff, took the stuff we just found, and locked us in cells.
Are we in cells that where we can all talk together?
Yeah, you're kind of across the way from each other.
Well, at
Yeah,
least
we're
there's
just
still
gonna
that.
And there is still kind of a small platoon of armed Steel Rangers kind of
Well,
watching over you
he's
guys.
going to look for a pebble.
I am starting to think it was a bad idea to pay these guys a visit.
Okay,
We were
so
here-
I rolled to search for pebble. What do I need to roll?
You're in pretty much a steel box within a steel box underground within a giant compound. Your pebbles are actually few and far between.
So,
So,
are these
I'm not-
these are
I'm
cages
not
you said with
big.
metal bars?
Yeah.
Tempered
Okay.
Steel, he's not going to try and break the bars, but he's going to test them to try and get an idea.
As soon as
of
you
how-
start pulling on the bars, one of the guards
Well,
goes,
no,
"Stop
not
that!
pulling.
Don't stop!
No, he's not pulling it. He's grabbing it and like trying to.
Yeah,
Testing the
don't
testing the
do that."
bars.
Javolt is going to start a simple tune on the bars.
Oh god, no. Dream
Stop.
stride. Dream stride. Dream stride.
I swear I will stab you.
Really?
No, but seriously, dream stride.
Okay. So, Zenkarn, you still you use Dream Stride?
Yes, please. I'm not getting caged. Not happening.
Javolt says he's narcoleptic.
Alright.
See, I would have gone with sick, considering I just fell unconscious randomly, and you probably could have gotten out that way, but whatever.
Okay.
So, Zenkarn
Zenkarn,
had his narcoleptic fit.
Zenkarn, when you project your sort of soul into the area, you notice that your magic's kind of a little bit dampened. Your range is somewhat limited in your Dream Stride form.
Okay. Do I still have my telepathic connection with Flotsam? And would
Well,
have had that in normal?
If
Sort of form?
I recall correctly, the text for it says you lose all utility talents except for phase, step, and haste, right?
It's not my utility talent, it's Flotsam's.
It's also not a utility talent, it's just a thing that's part of the dynamic duo destiny.
Yeah, it's a destiny feature. Though
I
it
believe-
it can be blocked by magical effects, I'm pretty sure,
That
at
is-
level,
Yeah.
Yeah.
level 4.
Yeah, you find that your telepathic link with Flotsam is also more difficult to establish.
Well, okay. Flotsam is now panicking.
Alright, so what do you want to do while you're in your Dream Stride form?
I'm gonna go wander. Probably go and see if I can find anyone important looking. Or find anywhere important looking.
Well, there are some signs and whatnot that, and the most important thing you can find is kind of pointing you towards, the elder's office.
Yep, that seems like a place I would go. Let's go there.
Alright. Your path takes you, across a great, breadth of the compound, taking you across and then down a bunch of stairs and then into some authorized access only doors. And you find that you're kind of at the edge of your, range just as you enter the Elder's, command room. And you notice inside that there are 3, armored ponies. Their helmets are off, but, they're standing in the room and seem to be having kind of an argument amongst themselves.
Cool. What are they saying?
Pony on your left, this unicorn mare, says, "So we've got assets upstairs now, and our elder's dead. What else can go wrong today?" To your right, this earth pony stallion says, I told you 1,000 times, we've got traitors in this base, and no one else is leaving until we find out who." And then, kind of between them, this very, very, very big, bulked up stallion just screams at the top of his lungs, "Did you see what they did to that dragon? That was awesome! They blew up everything! The raider base, the gold dragon, the bone dragon. I want to meet these guys right now!" Oh, that's gonna break so much on the recording. Oh man. You find that you don't have much time left to project yourself, and about a minute later, you find yourself back in your body in the cell.
Is he like big, like really muscular, and does he shout "yeah" at the end of that?
He does, in fact.
Yep. I look at one of the Steel Rangers just outside the thing, and I'm like, "So, your elder's dead, huh?"
Devolt face hooves. Really?
The Steel Ranger, one of the three Steel Rangers in front of you, just kind of, they look amongst themselves, and one of them goes, "No, nothing. Why are you asking that? How do you? No, we're not allowed to tell you that. No."
You sound particularly denialish.
Well, I'm not gonna say anything else then. And
your elder's dead, and you've got traitors in the base. Am I correct or not?
Traitors?
Don't waste my time.
Well, nah, that's above my pay grade.
Wait, stuff's going wrong here? That's terrible. Wait, we can help! Oh my gosh, you guys, it's such a good thing we came here.
Yeah, we can help the bastards who locked us up and took our stuff.
Yeah,
Powder, hush.
Well, of course they're going to be paranoid. They've got traitors to worry about.
You know, comic balance. You know, you lock someone up, not really inclined to help them.
Well, you don't have to, Powder, but I am.
It's kind of hard to help from behind a bunch of steel bars, though.
It's not that hard.
So, you three, what can you tell me about your elder who totally isn't dead? Cough.
Did you just say cough?
Yes, I legitimately just say cough. I don't even try and hide it.
Is his name Cough?
At this point, you hear this sort of thundering stampede from outside the door, and then the door just kind of bursts open, sending the Steel Rangers flying, and the buff pony you saw before is standing in the doorway. It is my humble opinion that you ponies are badass!
We know.
I like him!
Hey,
Powder King just looks like, at this, like, what the fuck?
hey, if you're such a fan, do you think you could maybe, use that fan, prove it, and help us out by getting us out of these cages and giving us our stuff back?
Sorry, I gotta get into this guy's character.
I like this guy already.
Yeah!
Maybe!
He gestures at himself and says, "I'm Paladin Torque. And I may or may not be able to help you, but right now all I want to do is get to know you. I want to know the badasses who've been taking down dragons in this area."
Well,
Oh my
if
God,
you can't,
That's
if you
amazing.
can't really help us, if you can't even make an effort to help us out, that kind of makes me question how big a fan you really are.
And we didn't take down all the dragons, Devolt gestures toward Aurelia.
For that matter, we didn't do it without our stuff. Hint, hint.
Okay, we're being rude
Steel,
though. We
hush.
can't.
Let the man talk. You were
Guys,
saying about how great we
stop
were.
this.
Yeah, we can at least introduce ourselves to our big fan.
Dork, it's really nice to meet you. I'm actually also a really big fan of the Steel Rangers.
That is awesome!
I know! Finally someone gets it.
Yeah, Steel Rangers are pretty much the best.
Except
I
when
know,
y'all take my
right?
stuff.
That's some protocol we put in place, that was, Elder Stainless Steel's thing. Yeah, oh man, ponies around here, they don't like the wasteland, they don't like going to the surface, so they just hole up in here and just take what they can get, but that means we're spending less time blowing Beep up.
Did you just say beep?
He didn't say beep, his armor beeped.
Oh my god, I love him! Guys, we have to adopt this one too.
Absolutely.
So as far as I'm concerned, whatever gets us out there blowing more beat up is a good thing for the Steel Rangers.
I'm sorry. Is your armor just programmed to do that?
Yes. That was installed recently after I got one too many complaints about my language problems.
We
I don't
Mr.
see no
Talk,
reason to
Max
fucking
Talk.
censor yourself.
Max Talk, Mr. Talk.
as you say the word, the armor beeps again to censor you.
Oh, now that's gonna be annoying.
We need to get this for powder.
No, we
Does
are
it come
not
in a
giving
collar?
Powder Steel Ranger armor.
You do
Well,
not want Powder to have
I
Steel
think the
Ranger
whole
armor.
system is beep hilarious. And that time, Tempered Steel actually said beep.
See, this is why I'm more creative with my insults.
There are plenty of reasons why not. Now look, if you just say a swear, it's all fine. But sometimes I just want to say beep.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
And there's
Enough
nothing
talking
wrong
about
with saying
etiquette,
beep.
this is boring!
Right. Sorry.
Is there room?
Let's talk about more how you ponies blew stuff up.
So is there room
I
to
like
try
you
and
even
make some
more
sort of
now.
persuasion roll against him to get him to help us out with our stuff and all that?
Just
First,
keep telling him,
first,
tell him about all the explosions we caused, and he'll help us eventually.
So, Torque, stalks on over to the cells where, the cell where Aurelia is, sitting, just kind of rolling her eyes and trying to pretend that this, heavily buffed pony doesn't exist. And Torque says, item number 1, that dragon is not dead, or blown up, or on fire. Explain why.
She's our pet.
She's
Whether it's
our-
that badass.
She's not a pet.
Excuse me, says Aurelia.
Shut up.
She's like, our sister and stuff. Kinda.
Well, she's your sister, she's my daughter. It's complicated.
No.
No.
She is
No,
not.
Aurelia.
Technically, she's Firelight's daughter. He hatched her.
Good point. I'm more of her uncle.
A creepy
She's a
uncle.
team.
Freaking crazy
Part
one.
here.
She's a member of this team.
Aurelia looks to Devolts and says, every time you remind me of that is a day I curse. Ugh.
But wait, the fact that we adopted you, or the
fact that Devolt's technically her uncle in a sort of way.
well, it technically, since I'm not related to Devolt, so technically, this is all complicated.
We're all one big dysfunctional family, and the point is that Aurelia is awesome, and she is like a good dragon,
And she can use guns.
She can use guns?
She can
Yes.
use guns.
Oh
That
god.
is awesome! I'm gonna have to move
It
my
is
mic a little
Aurelia,
further
you're
away,
awesome.
cause I'm gonna seriously peak the audio every single time this character speaks.
Wonderful.
This is gonna be the messiest recording of all time.
You mean
For some reason, I want to hear "Everything Is Awesome" start playing in the background with this guy.
No, not this guy.
Not again.
Okay. Alright, he then goes to the other cell and points this very sort of demanding hoof at Smack Talk. Item number 2. You have a cult and a filly in your group. Explain that.
That's Maxwell. He's new.
We actually just picked him up today.
Today?
He's a work in progress.
He was,
He was being held captive by raiders.
Yeah.
He blew all the raiders up.
How many raiders?
A lot.
like 30.
A bunch.
Sweet.
Didn't count.
Torque just has this massive grin on his face, and he says, what brings you to our humble base, then?
Well, it might be easier to tell you if we weren't doing it from behind bars.
We heard your elder was dead and you had trade issues, and we want to help out.
Actually,
which is hard to do behind bars.
Shut up.
We also heard that, Watson told us that you guys are really awesome. She really wanted to meet you guys.
Which is hard to believe when we're locked behind bars for not doing anything.
We get it, Denford.
I love his one-track mind.
Denford, leave it alone.
Tempered will never shut up about needing to get out of this fucking cage. Sorry. Oh,
You
geez.
can't
won't
keep
ever
me
shut up
behind
about
bars.
raiders.
I was born to be free.
I am saying that word too much this session. Maybe we should get me one of those armors.
Something to add into the recording, just every single time.
Every single time I curse, just put in a beep. And not a good beep, just like a beep, beep, beep.
Just do a Fluttershy yay every time he swears.
Yay. Or buy some apples.
Buy some apples, yeah.
I like the Fluttershy yay better.
Anyway.
Yay.
Anyway.
Anywho, anywhen.
Torque says, you know about our elder being dead. That sounds like a major security leak. This is bad.
We heard it from a rumor.
Shit.
It was,
No,
it was just a
I
rumor.
just
We
learned
also
things.
heard that he turned into a dragon.
No,
We're
we
guessing.
didn't.
That didn't happen.
I wave, and I'm like, yeah, group's resident necromancer. I deal with dead things. I hear a lot of stuff. That's somewhat true.
Torque
gossip.
gets Torque, and that's with a Q. He kind of gets this very thoughtful look on his face, and he says, necromancy. How awesome is that?
I can summon
awesome.
zombies at will, so very awesome.
He's a little unsure.
Have you ever seen a
If I
zombie blow up a raider?
tie dynamite to his zombies, we can send the zombie to walk in and blow up on things.
We
They're
call them
called
bombies.
Yes! If any of us were necromancers, we should totally try that.
I recommend it. It's very effective at killing large groups of raiders.
Oh yeah.
Was that what you did to blow up the outpost near the mountain?
Well, we
Oh,
used
yeah.
that to get them chasing us, and then we set up a huge minefield of traps.
And that you are my kind of pony.
Well, thank you.
You know that Sparkle Colorad is really, really good for that kind of thing. It so is.
You are also my kind of pony.
And you
I
are
like
my
thinking
kind of
things
pony.
go boom.
Best field trip ever.
Now, I was pretty mad at the Steel Rangers when I got here, but you seem better than the rest of them.
I know, I am also pretty awesome. I specialize in punching raiders so hard they explode.
Whoa.
You use a power fist?
I'll believe it when I see it.
Personally
Can we see
modified power fist. Thank you.
Nice.
Awesome.
By the way, where'd you guys get those swords?
That's classified, sorry.
Oh, fine.
Aw, but you can tell us. Who are we gonna tell?
And when we got here, we found a bunker that a bunch of your comrades kind of took us from. Are they going to confiscate everything in there and make sure we don't get any of our rightful claim?
Most probably.
Yeah, is there anything you can do
sounds-
about that? Because that was kind of our find. We kind of put together the past one. We kind of like our stuff.
That makes for some not major anti-awesome points towards your group. Like, doing that makes the group come across as not awesome at all.
That really hits Torque deep, and he looks really sad now. Just, you're right. And he just kind of sulks out of the room.
Oh. God damn it, Tempered.
Steel,
This
you're
is
an
why we
asshole.
don't let you diplomats. Ever.
I
Well,
like
we
him.
get to see him again. I
The
like
guards
him.
that were kind of just dazed on the floor kind of pick themselves up.
Is he your boss, guys?
One of them takes his helmet off, and it's this sort of brown-maned earth pony with this sort of golden color. He says, "Yeah,
It must be awesome working with him.
well, Torg's a paladin, and then there's our head paladin, and then there's the elder, but I guess you already know the elder's dead."
How did that happen?
We're still trying to figure that out. Honestly,
Do
he
you
just
have
kind
the
of
body?
he just kind of dropped in the middle of just operations one day, and then I don't know.
Have you done an
Wait.
autopsy?
Do you still have the body?
Yeah.
Can we see
We got
it?
a necromancer here.
Yeah, Zenkar can talk to him and find out how he died. Easy
Actually, we
peasy
could all
cider-
talk to him, kind of.
I really don't know how the paladins would feel about that, especially Razor Apple.
Oh, come on, think
Razor
about it. It's an easy solution to your problem. It's not gonna hurt to go and ask, is it?
Well, it's
We're
like,
here to
if
offer
you're,
our services.
wait, but if you're a necromancer, and one of the other Steel Rangers kind of just elbows, him says, "Damn it, damn it, Carrot Stick, stop talking to the prisoners."
It's okay, you can talk to us. We're not going to be prisoners for long because it's all going to check out and we're going to be friends and it's going to be great.
I'll believe it when it happens.
And remember,
Of course it'll
we gave the Wasteland asset code, so
Yeah,
come on, just finish your thought.
problem is, only the Elder can really sign off on Wasteland assets.
Well, go bring him down and we'll have a chat and we'll fix all this right up and it'll be great.
Do you need to vote for a new elder? That's what happened the last place we went to where the guy in charge died. We had to vote for a new one.
Yeah, that's kind of a thing we have to do, but first we have to figure out how he died. And then Razor Apple's kind of the Steel Ranger elbows him again. "Seriously, stop talking, you
That
idiot."
sounds
Oh,
like
come
that
on,
sounds
tell
like a bit of
us.
that sounds like a bit of a catch-22 on us helping out.
Like, what is he, like really anti-magic or just, like, what? Come on.
"I believe I can answer that," says a voice from outside the room. And you
Finally,
recognize
someone-
the unicorn mare
Oh.
from your dream stride earlier, walking into the room.
Cool. When she walks in, I look at her and go, to answer your question, what else could go wrong? You could not let us out of these cells and we could not help you.
Yeah, see, I already know you went spying, so
What? Me?
was that another zebra's soul in the command post earlier?
Okay, no, that was me. Wait, hang on.
Oh, she's good.
Ooh, she can sense your soul.
Lovely.
Are you a necromancer too?
No, we've just got some pretty good magic dampeners around here.
Yeah, I felt that.
Hey, is
good
that
to
why I
know.
couldn't? And then she suddenly stops talking.
Wait.
Yes.
Nothing?
That's why she couldn't fly. She's been trying to fly recently.
Yes, that. Thank you. Yes.
I'm not even going to follow that up. Look,
It's rather embarrassing for her.
could you shut up, Donkey, please?
That's something we cannot count on unless he's unconscious.
It's a yes or no
Yeah.
question.
He doesn't shut up.
Okay, so the answer is no. Alright. Well, you've come at a pretty inopportune time,
Yep.
as you've probably already found out.
Uh-huh.
To be fair, we didn't come. You kind of took us here and locked us up.
So we were going to come here anyway.
You did you did reveal a bunker full of useful weapons and materials that were kind of lost for who knows how many decades,
Which by right of
centuries.
claim is ours, and now you're taking it. Like assholes.
Yeah, I mean, you never would have gotten there if we hadn't
Oh,
shown up.
please, it's the wasteland. Might makes right.
No.
She
See, I
kind
think you're a dick.
of has a point.
Well, I don't like it, but that's kind of how it tends to go, isn't it?
Oh, you don't like it.
Can I point out something?
You are one of those hypocrites who goes on your power craze and then says you don't like it, but you're using it to justify everything you do. Sick.
I find it hard to consider you guys potential allies when you go about with that attitude.
Well,
to be fair,
she turns back to the other Steel Rangers and says, and kind of shoos them out and says, "I've got this." And the Steel Ranger guards kind of give her a look, but then leave.
That doesn't look like a good thing.
No, wait, Ms. Razor Apple, is it?
No, my name's Lilypad.
Lilypad? That's a nice name.
Star Paladin Lilypad.
I was just wondering, Flotsam takes out the piece of paper, and at the top of the piece of paper, just below the Steel Ranger access code, is the numerical code, 18916119, for the Applejack Rangers. And she's just going to hold out the piece of paper, point to the little drawing she did of Clank, but also just kind of point to the code at the same time and going, do you recognize this pony? Her name is Clank.
Well, one, I'm afraid I don't, and two, you really might want to hide that note a little better.
Okay.
'Cause that's what I was just about to get into, and that's the Applejack's Ranger scenario. So, there are some ponies here, some Steel Rangers that are sympathetic to the Rangers, some that are undercover Rangers, and many more ponies that would much rather see the Applejack's Rangers dead.
So basically, you're in a covert civil war right now.
That's actually an excellent way to put it. And our head paladin Razor Apple, and she looks at Zenkarn and says, "You would have recognized him as the very angry stallion."
Right.
He's on a bit of a crusade, and he is convinced that the reason our Elder Stainless Steel is dead is because, well, it was an assassination. So now he's basically questioning every pony.
Well, give me half an hour with the body and I can sort all that out.
You do realize how bad that looks politically, right? You're a necromancer. You can make a zombie do whatever you like.
Well, actually, no. I'm only a novice necromancer. I can do
And
very little.
how much of a difference do you think that makes to these ponies?
Anyone who has any actual necromantic education? Oh, yeah, those ponies, right. Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Well, when we were in Gold Rush and we had to resurrect the mayor, he kind of spoke to Sarge and kind of said something that only he would know. And that's how Sarge knew that he was acting under his own, volition.
Volition is a very good word, Flotsam, and Devoe pats Flotsam.
Stab him in the kidneys.
Thank you, Javolt, but it's okay. You don't need to patronize me.
Has anyone done an autopsy yet?
Yeah, and we found some very strange things.
Oh?
Oh, really?
Well, No, I know. Okay.
We discovered his insides are totally gross.
Thank you, Dan.
That's what Dan just posted in chat.
Thank you, chat. Alright, well, I've got my own theories, but let's see what you make of this. since you've been out and about and actually interacting with the dragons and the curses lately. Yeah, alright. This doesn't leave the room, got it?
Got it.
Got it.
The autopsy
Yeah.
revealed that he had wounds, but well, they were very old wounds.
Were they lethal?
Yes.
Oh,
We
yeah.
assume.
Well,
Wait.
yeah, that explains why he suddenly dropped dead.
He was a zombie all along.
Excuse me? Alright.
Yeah, sorry.
Explain this to me.
Your elder was a ghoul, and when we shut down the zombification curse, it kind of killed him.
Are we still in zombie territory?
Wait, how long ago was this though?
Yeah, when did he die?
He dropped, I'd say, a couple of days ago.
So that would
Yep.
coincide with when we ended the curse.
That would have been us. Well, that would have been Nidhogg, because, yeah.
Basically, what I can say is your elder was alive because of Nidhogg's zombie curse, which makes sure nobody actually dies. And then when we killed Nidhogg, it ended that curse, and so your elder suddenly dropped dead.
Wait.
So the good
Did he
news
ever
is
take his arm?
he's at peace. The bad news is he's dead. Sorry
Wait.
about that.
So he never took his armor off?
Apparently not in public where anybody could see it.
Okay.
Covered up very well. I'm sorry, I don't know all the details. I haven't been stationed here for very long. I've been traveling mostly.
Oh, in that case, yeah, sorry, your
I've
boss
been
was
here
a zombie.
Yep.
You've been here for a couple of weeks.
And he never left this area, did he?
No, in fact, he just stayed on the northeast side of the complex the entire time, I guess.
Do you know how long
My
he had
gosh.
been here?
Hmm?
Do you know how long he'd been here? Like, working in this base?
Oh, Elder Stainless Steel, as far as I can tell, was running this base for years and years, over a decade.
Has he ever had a
He must not have been dead for the whole time then.
Has there
Probably sounds like someone did try to kill him while he was working here, but it just didn't work because of Nidhogg. Until now.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Delayed murder.
Delayed murder. Now that's a funny concept.
Has he ever been? How long has it been since he's been wounded in combat?
As far as we can tell, the wounds, they were not much more than maybe a month.
So he was killed a month ago, and then riz from the curse, and now dead now again. So
And he must have known about the curse. That's why he stayed in that part of the complex.
And you ponies, you're the ones who actually got rid of the dragon dealing with that curse, right?
That was
Okay,
it.
yes, but we're not the ones who killed him. Not on purpose.
He kind of just killed himself.
He was
He
dead
would've
already.
started
You
to
can't
drift
kill a
away.
corpse.
His soul would have left his body and it would have been horrible for him. It's probably better that he only had to be that way for a month. I'm still sorry, though.
Well, I've got no emotional attachment to the guy.
That's cold.
It's helpful for us, though. It means she's not biased. Right?
Not one way or another.
Good.
I just want to...
We're the good guys.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
Look, all I really care about, as far as any sort of agenda or politics goes, I just want to make sure that the rangers under my jurisdiction are safe and cared for.
I think I've missed a bit of a nuance. Are you an Applejack's ranger?
I am not.
Are you an ally to them?
Are you the
Not
opposite of an
particularly.
ally?
I guess you could say
Okay.
I'm ambivalent.
How do you know the code?
Well, I may be a confidant of a couple of the rangers around here, but I could just as easily betray them as help them.
Oh boy.
Depends on whether they pose a risk to the space or not. Or
You're just a real piece of work, ain't you?
Being a
Lots
Steel
of his
Ranger
more
has gotten
carefully
very
hiding her.
complicated in the past few weeks.
Complicated.
Used
rather have
to be
some-
simple. Just patrol, gather technology, head back to base, and
You forgot about the part where you fuck over everyone who wanted that technology that wasn't you.
That's not
That
what
part's
always
important.
happens, Powder.
irradiated surface dwellers. Yeah, I'm sure they miss it very much.
Irradiated surface dwellers. Oh, that's real great. You're so forward thinking. You know, I get sick of dealing with shit like you.
Based on what I've seen,
does he always get this easily riled up?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
though, based on what I've seen, I'm
I've
inclined
been trying
to
to improve
believe
him.
Powder. I'm inclined to believe Powder Keg.
No, that can't be, though.
Powder Keg.
Y'all are
Is, it-
sitting on your high horse thinking
Powder
you're better
keg.
than us because
is that
you
your
ain't.
name, right?
Maybe.
I don't actually
Yes.
think like that. Not completely. But that's the common belief you're up against. Understand?
Oh yeah. I perfectly understand just how stupid this organization is.
Well, if it's stupid, why did Steel Rangers save me in my town? Flotsam is
They
looking
was-
very dejected by this point.
Because they was probably with the Applejacks Rangers, who actually give a shit.
Or some Steel Ranger bases and elders and paladins are a bit more liberal with the views and teachings of the Ministry of Technology.
See? That means they're not all bad, necessarily.
No, I
Maybe.
wouldn't say that Steel Rangers in and of themselves are good or bad in either direction. Just depends on who specifically you're dealing with at the time.
Depends on who's
I
in
just prefer
charge, huh?
to remain neutral and look for the best option. If that helps you understand me a little bit more, Powder Keg.
Opportunist. Just
An opportunist with a heart of gold, maybe. Will you accept that?
I'll believe you have a heart of gold when I see you do something gold.
Ooh, you could let us out. That would count.
Zebra. What was it, Zenkarn?
Yep, that might help.
I'll let you inspect the body.
That I can do.
You alone, though.
That
I can't justify letting you all out and wandering around the base willy-nilly.
Can I take Firelight and the filly with me? Firelight's our medical expert, and I don't like letting Flotsam out of my sight if I can help it. Or
I
at
need
least
to look
Flotsam.
after him.
Even if I don't have to, even if I can't
I'll
take
let you take
Firelight.
the medic. You've
Oh.
got, how much experience do you have there, Unicorn?
With this group, and how much we get in trouble? A lot.
Don't worry, Zenkarn. I will look after Flotsam.
I
And
tend to
Aurelia.
Aurelia. You look after Flotsam. Keep her away from Javold.
Flotsam scoots closer to Aurelia.
Aurelia salutes very, very officially.
Thank you.
Tempered Steel is going to keep an eye on the cage doors as they open and close, trying to observe them.
They appear to be jail doors with locks on them.
Nothing worth learning.
They do seem to be actually powered. They open and close with the little switch nearby. And these power locks kind of keep the doors in place.
You know, it can make things completely worse at this point. Trying to escape.
No Firelight, no escaping.
No, I'm saying that would make things even worse.
Worse or better? No, worse.
All right.
Definitely worse.
Leopard says, "You two with me, don't stray."
Can do.
Have fun! I mean,
We will.
Oh,
Peace out.
don't worry, Flotsam. I will.
All right. So, as she's taking you across the way, she says, "You, Firelight, right?
Yeah.
You are this group's combat medic?
Yeah, pretty much.
What did you do before that?
I was a medic with the followers.
The followers, the followers of the apocalypse?
Yep, that's them.
It's a pretty recent startup.
Yeah, though the group I was with they weren't officially followers.
They just heard about the idea and thought, yeah, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, basically. They were pretty much doing the same thing before the followers really started up.
But then there came an idea. So, your kitty mark, what does that symbolize? Not exactly a kitty mark of healing, is it?
No. It's for fire.
Well, that much I can guess.
Yeah. I got it before I joined the followers.
Very well. Alright, she takes you into sort of medical wing, which includes a morgue. And she shoos away one of the doctors and opens up one of the containers for cadavers. And rolls out this sort of old pony's body on a tray.
Oh, yep, he's dead. Sorry.
Lol.
Yes, that much we figured out, thank you.
So, I look at Lily and I'm like, so, what do you want me to do?
Well,
Just autopsy, revival?
I'll look over the body real quick with.
let's
for an
start with
autopsy.
figuring out if this theory of your curse has any merit. I want you to check for any sort of signs of necromantic presence, and I'll be checking along with you.
Okay, can do. And this
Good.
is the part where I roll in that one and everyone cries.
Well, I can roll healing as well to like help with detecting curses. I mean,
35.
Well, or yeah, we'll just go with that. I only got 21.
Alright. While Firelight's doing a pretty good job of just kind of looking over the body and going, yep, that's dead, Zenkarn and Lilypad are both kind of magically scanning, one with zebra magic, one with unicorn magic, and yeah, you can kind of tell without a doubt that up until a couple of days ago, this guy was being kept in motion and alive through these same dragon curse you are intimately familiar with. But Lilypad says this sort of presence, it's definitely there, but I don't recognize it.
Oh, I do. Yeah, this is 100% Nidhogg's curse, without a doubt.
Yeah, definitely keeping us soul-bound here.
Oh yeah, mixed with the guy's soul once, and all his magic is so detectable. It's great.
With the my heal check, can I see like what kind of wounds killed him?
You can actually see these sort of. They look like they were made with this with a bladed weapon, both slashing and stabbing. But you also see signs of kind of this sort of ashen substance around the wounds, almost as if there was burning there.
So, was it a sword that was being heated? An energy sword?
In all likelihood.
Huh. Strangely, this seems familiar, but what kind of wound does the Steel Ranger's swords usually leave?
Usually with ours, they sort of tear away the flesh more at a microscopic level.
Ew.
The wounds tend to be more erratic and more jagged.
So it was definitely a sword. and probably just one that was. Have you ever heard of a shish kebab?
Shish kebab? Is that a type of wasteland weapon?
It's basically a sword that's set on fire with various kinds of fuel.
Oh, great.
Sound
So
familiar?
okay. So I wasn't around when this happened, but the date of these wounds kind of points towards a month ago, and all you get from the scribes is that it was some kind of above ground operation, but apparently they went after war.
Oh.
Yeah. And I know that war has weapons like this. It's definitely a fan of fire.
Yeah. Probably the blade that was either put on fire with magic or, made with fuel.
But there's the other problem. We've also got a couple of weapons like this in our armory.
Ah.
Any way to tell if they've been used recently?
Well, there are, but we already checked them and found nothing, but there are also ways to conceal it.
Oh, of course there are. Well...
Wait, in this attack, did everyone else die? I mean, who were the survivors?
I don't know the details, but from what I've heard just from hearsay, the Elder was the only survivor, and they found him kind of buried under some rubble.
Wait, so why was he the only one that came back from the curse?
Lilypad stays silent for that. Son of a pony. No, but then they'd all be dead too. So,
I mean, we could have Zenkarn, revive them and go from there.
He was the only one who came back, which means that for a while there were Steel Ranger zombies walking around out there, and oh crap. Their technology would have gotten, if they were captured, their technologies, oh great. Well, thanks for reminding me of that. See, this is why we don't like to go above ground and help ponies, is because when Steel Rangers get caught, captured, or killed, that just makes the rough elements of the wasteland stronger.
Well, we can always get it back.
Yeah, unless they reverse engineer it, and then it's too late.
Yeah, I have to admit the raiders in this part, they seem to be a lot more organized than usual.
That's what I've noticed too. Alright. So, we've got a theory, we've got some evidence, but the problem is convincing Razor Apple. He's still on his crusade about the Rangers, and he's convinced that they are the reason. He's convinced that some Ranger here in this base used one of the weapons to kill him 2 days ago.
Do we have any likely candidates?
I don't know. Razor Apple's been keeping the details of the investigation from me. But from what I can tell, he's been interviewing just about every single soldier on this base.
Well, I mean, the wounds are obviously a month old.
Yeah, he just kind of seems to be ignoring that.
Well,
the autopsy details aren't full knowledge, is the problem. It's
we
only
perform our own...
the head scribe, the paladins, and me, and the medical staff. And that's all classified above the...
So wait, does he know that the wounds are a month old?
Well, I would assume so.
Well, okay,
but you don't know for sure.
Razor Apple... I'm gonna send you back to your cells now.
Oh, come on.
No,
but
wait.
We were good.
Hang on. Can you summon him down here?
My rank grants me respect, but not authority over a head paladin.
Well, no, but I mean, if you ask him to come down here and, cause we've, discovered something new about the body and we can make sure he knows everything, then,
He's not going to be happy that even with an escort, I've let you out of your cells.
oh, by the sounds of it, Razor Apple's never happy, so what's the difference?
Getting more unhappy?
But we need to know that he knows that the wounds are a month old, because if they are, that means we can pretty much just vet anyone who wasn't here a month ago.
Yeah.
And then especially if that's
So your logic is that every soldier who wasn't
only recently transferred couldn't have been involved.
Well, that would rule out me then.
Well, the thing is,
Anyone
though, is
else?
that the other problem is that what if, I mean, you have a leak in. If you have a traitor somewhere in the base, they could have been transferred from another location that they were.
No. Here's the problem. This whole traitor thing has been drummed up by Razor Apple.
Oh.
In response to this death. But in truth, there is actually a Applejack's Ranger sort of either membership or sympathy hidden in our ranks, so he's using this as a crusade. I don't know if he really intends to find a culprit, but he intends to expose as many Applejack's Rangers as he can.
How many people know about the Elder's death? Everybody?
Every pony in the base.
Damn.
Okay. Next question. Why would any Applejack Rangers actually want him dead?
Well, if you're paranoid to the pony, which some of us are, it's because they didn't like his form of leadership and wanted to see him set with a replacement.
And they would have put Razor Apple as a replacement?
No, there would be Torque. Let's see, there would be Moonlight and Sparkler.
And none of these ponies are in charge, therefore probably wasn't the Applejack Rangers. Well, wasn't the Applejack Rangers, because we know that already, but...
Well, he's specifically blocking any sort of bureaucratic move to elect a new elder until this is resolved, until he's done with his crusade.
But he's never going to be done. Question. Yeah. And this is gonna sound, I'm almost not sure if I should ask this.
Go for it. Let's see what happens.
By the sounds of it, Razor Apple is essentially the cause of all your problems. Like, all of them, currently. Would you say that's correct?
No.
No?
Well, yes and no. Yes, he's the one that's really sort of instigating things, but I fear that this effort, if any blood gets shed on this, then it's going to turn it into the Cold War Civil War is going to turn into an actual war Civil War. If it turns out that we have that many Applejack's Ranger sympathizers in the base.
Well, wait, you said you had a couple of, Rangers that were components, right? Would you be able to find out how many Applejack Rangers there are in the base?
Sure. You want me to, get back to you on that? I report to you now?
No, I'm just sort of thinking that, honestly, and this is me being just as blunt and honest as I can be, getting rid of Razor Apple and putting anybody else in charge probably sounds like the best plan. And you kind of have a third party in the base to get rid of him without vilifying anybody.
Get rid of him?
Well, just, get him out of a position of power for a little bit.
We're going to ignore the implications of this. At least I'm going to.
I'm not going to ask any pony to assassinate any pony.
Huh?
It's okay, we don't do that kind of thing.
Well.
We don't do assassinations.
We assassinated a dragon.
That's not the same thing.
Just like you Wastelanders, killing is the best solution to your problems.
It's not the best solution, but at this point, it's probably the
I'm the one
easiest
arguing not to
solution.
kill him. Sorry.
Look, either we've got to get him out of the way, or we need to change his mind. Because at the moment, as you said, he's blocking any form of
motion.
Yeah, like you can't get anyone in charge while he's there. So you either have to start a coup or get rid of him.
Or give him a little bit of what he wants.
And
what? You're just going to sell out all the Applejack Rangers? Actually, that's a good point. You could
just one or two.
Yeah, but what's going to happen to them?
That's a point. Sell one
either
of them.
exiled or executed.
How about instead? What if we could find solid proof that it was one of the war raiders?
What do you have in mind?
Well, first off, if we can't resurrect him and stuff to have Zen to question him and everything, we could go back to where he died and try to track down the raiders that did this.
You're wanting to go up against War and his entire gang.
Well,
hey, we met Death and came out fine.
I'm pretty sure War would be different. But we don't need to technically go up against him in particular. Just whoever killed.
You're looking for a needle in a haystack.
No.
And by the time you get back from such a lengthy quest, who knows what would have happened here in the base?
Yeah, good point.
Damn it.
Screw it. I say we just revive him and see what happens.
I doubt it'll help that much, because it'll still be Necromancer's word, and my word to be fair, but against Razor Apple and whoever happens to be on his side.
Man, I hate politics.
You might be able to find a less bloody way to get him out of the picture, at least for a little while.
That was my ultimate suggestion, but sure, I'm listening.
Could we
Sorry?
Could we somehow get him temporarily transferred or on
on either some kind of probation,
on a patrol, something,
or some kind of charge of incompetence? The problem is, well, he's a model steel ranger, at least by the model that Stainless Steel left behind. So finding a bureaucratic way to get past him is not going to be easy. But you might want to talk to the head scribe about that. Alright, I'm going to let... I'm going to hear such hell about this. Between me and Torg, I think we can get you and your companions out of the cells.
Yes.
You won't be able to leave the base until the situation is resolved, and you're not going to get your equipment back. But you can roam most areas of the base. So yeah, I can get you guys out of the cages. Just I'll escort you back and just wait there for my signal. All right.
Okay.
And then you guys talk to Smokey Ward. He's the head scribe.
Gotcha.
Thank you for this.
Try and figure out something.
Well, we're here to help, and we're stuck here until we do. So
yeah,
we'll try to figure something out.
Pretty much the only reason I trust you. It's because you've got a stake in this.
Pretty much.
And I'm a little bit too public a figure to look into this with any sort of subtlety, so.
Is there anyone else we should talk to, apart from the head scribe? Like, important ponies who aren't, quite as public.
Well, I mean, there's Moonlight and Sparkler. That's Senior Knight and one of the knights under him. Philly, Pegasus, what's your name?
Flotsam?
Yeah, tell her to use that code on either Moonlight or Sparkler.
Can do.
Alright, and then Smoky Ward's the head scribe. Definitely talk to him. Or there's also Jem, who's one of the scribes under Smoky Ward. She's pretty knowledgeable. So, yeah. That's about all I know.
Cool. Thank you, Star Paladin.
No, just lily pad. And
Lily
don't
pad
thank
it
me
is.
until we're all out of this alive. Because this is to, at the risk of making a pun, a powder keg. Alright, and then she takes you back to the cells.
Meanwhile, while they were off doing that, Tempered Steel, he wasn't actually trying to mess with the locks at all, but he was, like, tapping at the lock on his cage.
And every time your tapping gets annoying, the guards will just kind of wave a weapon in your direction and tell you to stop that.
Yeah, and Javolt attempted to talk science to one of the guards, and
Who
I
proceeded to
might
fall
have-
asleep inside his armor.
Powder keg.
Yeah, I might have also rolled a natural 1 on Seduce a Guard.
Good.
Powder keg sat in a corner, cursing angrily, and every time a guard told him to stop, he just said, beep you.
Flotsam has been playing with Craggy and letting him know on the bars.
They actually let that happen, because it's cute.
Yeah.
But yeah, the process repeats as long as they don't do anything other than telling him to stop.
They tell you to stop far more angrily.
He tries it a third time after they go back to see what the reaction is.
I swear to Celestia, I will take you out of that cell and beat you within an inch of your life if you don't stop doing that!
Once they go back, he's gonna try the 4th time.
And then you say, I'd like to see you try.
A bunch more guards rush in, they open up the cell, take you out, and then start beating you within an inch of your life.
Aren't I able to make any, like, roll to counter that or
Sure.
anything like that?
Athletics.
Okay.
To struggle.
No.
Against them.
Roll endurance.
Yeah,
Roll endurance to
endurance.
stand there completely still while they beat at you, just not even caring.
Ooh, let me,
That would be cooler.
Roll endurance, do a Kirito.
let me see if I got anything I can use here.
I will totally
yes.
magic point your endurance roll to be a badass
Well,
while they beat you.
okay. Oh wait,
Do it, then everyone just chucks.
okay, yeah, I've got buffed up, so I can roll twice on endurance checks.
Oh boy.
Let's see, I've got, yes,
Not
I got a-
one. Do it.
okay, so
Double
yeah, I
that.
get a D20 plus 13.
And you get to roll twice and take the higher result. Nice.
Natural
Not using
one.
that one.
That's a nat 1. Oh my god.
So good thing you get to use the higher result.
Alright,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
a
I
little
got-
better.
I got 21.
Which isn't great considering your bonus.
I'm going
Well-
to magic point that so it's a 31 to him just standing there like a badass while they try to beat him up.
Well, should I use my destiny power first?
Try it.
Okay, yeah.
I can't believe so many points are going into this.
Well, although that could make it worse.
Do it anyway.
Do it. I'll magic point whatever the result is.
Ooh,
You
Unless
guys
it's
and your
a nat one.
grandstanding.
Okay, and I will magic point that for 38.
Holy crap. I can't believe
Stop using all the things we're going to need later.
No, by all means, use the things you're gonna need later.
Damn it, you guys! You're making the DM happy.
Alright, with 38, you're against like 8 or 9 frickin' Steel Rangers. You're able to hold up for a respectable amount of time, but, with just their hooves, they beating against you, when it's apparent that it's not quite working as well as they hoped, they actually start to bring out the actual weapons, and then that's when, Lilypad brings back, Zenkar and Firelight. She says, what the heck happened in here?
You
It
got
was
the
being
dick.
really annoying.
Were you being annoying? Minotaur, were you being annoying?
You're gonna have to clarify.
Now that's annoying. Okay, you deserve everything you got then. But back to your cell.
Yeah, sure he deserved it. Just like you deserve to go sit in a hole and rot.
I'll try not to take that personally. Alright, the guards push you back into your cell and close it, and then she returns Zenkar and Firelight. I will be back in a little bit to let you all free. For the most part, somewhat. Slightly.
Hooray!
I'll believe it when I see it.
You two, would you mind explaining the situation?
Yep. Can do.
And she leaves.
What happened? Are we all friends now?
Well,
Or more
the
fans.
elder
friend.
was definitely a ghoul, and the zombie curse definitely killed him. Razor Apple is the biggest terrible person on the planet.
We're pretty sure.
So
We're
Powder,
pretty sure-
if you do feel like assassinating someone, that would be the guy to assassinate.
We're pretty sure that War Raiders are the ones who killed Stainless Steel in the first place.
Well, that's good. That means there's no traitor, right?
Well, there is.
We're
'Cause
pretty
the Applejack Rangers are in the base. and-
How quietly are you relating this information to your comrades?
As quietly as possible.
Alright. Roll stealth.
Oh shit.
Oh, god damn it.
I suppose there is also the fact that we're in two separate cells.
Yeah.
But, well,
Woo! 8.
Although I think
Well, wait, but
there's
we're
one for each, so.
yeah, there's one for each cell, so I mean, like,
Oh, that's true. That's true.
I need to get back in the dice room because everything went to shit.
No.
I clicked to expand my roll and it's like, did you want to go back?
oh shit, biscuits.
You guys
And
both
everyone
got
gets
Wow. Both of you rolled an 8.
8.
we
Eight.
Firelight, we are the
We
best
are
at stealth.
talking quietly.
Guys,
Guys, don't let the gods
that's
hear.
great. Just wonderful. Lovely.
This conversation is not to leave this room.
As the conversation drifts over to the Applejack's Rangers, one of the guards, kind of looks very nervous and quietly leaves the room.
Well, that
we
was
notice this?
ominous.
Do we notice
Nosing
this?
that down.
Alright.
Do we notice the guard leaving the room?
Yes, you do. It's not hidden or anything.
Okay.
Well, this can't be good.
Guys,
Yes.
is that a good thing or a bad thing that one of the guards just left?
It's most
No.
definitely a bad thing.
Well,
Probably.
I mean, it could be a good thing.
It's not a good thing.
Maybe he's an Applejack's Ranger?
Well, that's what I was thinking.
Probably not.
Oh, it's
And-
fine.
I'll just there is another guard in the room, right?
Yeah.
So I'll just kind of head tilt toward the other guard.
Well, if he tries to kill us, that'll give me a good excuse to beat him up.
Because you're doing it. Nothing. Not gonna finish that sentence.
Flotsam picks up Craggy and looks at him earnestly in the face. Now, Craggy, when the crap hits the fan, I want you to go hide in the corner, okay?
Aurelia repeats the same thing, but in kind of that animal speak. And Craggy nods.
Aurelia, it's so cool you can talk to Craggy.
He's not that much of a conversationalist.
Give him a
Yeah.
few
He's more the strong, silent type.
Kind of a jerk, really.
minutes.
Don't tell him I
Yeah.
said that,
Don't
though.
you listen to her, Craggy. What?
So, smack talk. Do you have much experience with fighting if it comes down to it?
Yeah. Plenty. Jeez.
Alright, I'm just checking.
Yeah, something tells me we're not gonna end up in a peaceful situation here.
Oh, it'll be fine. Lily Pad's going to let us go. We're all going to be best friends. It's going to be fine, you guys.
I'll
Yeah,
believe
because I
when it
completely
happens.
trust her.
Yes?
So to be fair, if anything does start to happen, like, the supposed civil war that might, be caused, it'd be nice to know where our stuff is.
Oh,
So-
yeah, probably should have looked for that when I was out scouting. Sorry.
Did you see the reactor
okay,
level?
you're gonna give it back to us.
Well, no, she kind of told us that she's not giving it back to us until everything's sorted out.
Oh, but we'll get it back eventually. It will be fine.
Yeah, we just,
when it happens.
Flotsam, I love your optimism, I really do, but yeah.
So, do the jail cell doors look like if they weren't locked, they could be the tempered steel could pull them off their hinges?
That question soon becomes irrelevant as Lilypad walks back in.
Hooray!
yay!
Hey, Lily.
Let's just go with a
my
no for now.
favorite bitch.
Oh, hush.
Alright, now I'm starting to take that personally.
Lily is
Don't make
good,
me
you
hurt you,
should.
Powder. I will come over there.
Believe it or not,
God,
I'm actually going to be the most helpful person to you in this maze. Well, besides
Wow.
Torg, but Torg's just kind of a big, teddy bear by comparison.
That's not a very high bar to beat. If I
Oh.
Teddy bears are awesome.
Me talk seems just about the only nice one of you in here.
I think
We're
we'll
kind
be
of in a
nice
fine.
bad
enough.
situation. Can you excuse us for being a little bit on edge?
Yeah.
Not really.
The cell doors open, and Lilypad says, "Now, you be careful. Try not to start any fights while you're in this base, or you'll be sliced to ribbons in a matter of minutes, I imagine."
I'll keep them in line.
Lovely.
So,
I'll be sure to try and stop any fights.
hopefully Zenkarn and Firelight have filled you in on the situation, and,
Oh,
now
by the
I've got
way,
to
one of
talk
the-
to Razor Apple, apparently.
one of the guards left. Did he go to see you? By any chance?
No.
I think he overheard us, and I think he knows a bit about what we were talking about. And then he left, and we're not sure if that's a
That
good thing.
might be related to why Razor Apple has requested my presence.
Oh boy.
maybe one or more
So,
of
my best guess would be that, that guy was a Steel Ranger loyalist.
Do you want us to come with you?
No, I want you to head down to the head scribe, far away from all the politics that's about to explode right now. Thank you very much for that, by the way.
Don't you want
It's gonna be exploding?
Not the good kind of exploding.
Oh.
In a
Boring
figurative
adults
sense.
talking. Exploding.
No.
And
Politics
yelling.
are boring. Well, good luck, Lilypad. Sorry to get you into trouble.
I suppose it was going to happen eventually. Just, please, don't make my day any worse and start a fight.
your day worse?
Hey,
We promise we won't start any fights.
Alright.
I won't
Now,
make any fights.
Now, if one of y'all goes and starts a fight with us, that's a different story.
No.
That was meant to be unspoken, Powder Keg.
No.
I'm starting to get a headache.
We'll be the
Look.
bigger people and, let it go.
No
Come
fight.
on,
Sit
you
down and let
guys.
them beat the shit
We'll
out
go
of us.
talk to the scribe, and then we'll just find somewhere quiet to sit around, okay? Promise.
Come on, let's go talk to the scribe.
Sure.
Come, Powder, it'll be fun. You get to threaten some people.
No threatening.
Powder,
Anyway, yeah,
once we're
scribe.
finished here, we'll go back and see Blinky. How's that sound?
That would be much better.
Well, now you've got that to look forward to. Come on, let's go.
Is that how we're gonna get Powder to do things now? Either you be good or no Blinky.
Yes.
It'll generally, it'll only work the first few times, and then, then he'll catch on.
Let me have my hope.
There better be some stamps in here.
Well, yeah, actually the head scribe would probably know, so...
If there's
It's
any
not like he'll
stamps.
give them.
Should any of the group go and see if we can subtly find out where our equipment is being held?
Actually...
Is anyone in the group subtle?
Well... I was gonna say, do you want to split up into fours again? and have one group go and talk to the head scribe and the other one go talk to Moonlight or whoever the other pony was. His name escapes me at the moment.
Sparkler.
That's
if we're
the
talking
one.
to Moonlight or Sparkler, can I go with that group?
You're really gonna split the party?
No,
Yep.
it's okay if we
Because
don't
we
want
love
to.
you.
Wait. So where is Powder being sent? This is important, because no matter where he goes, things will not go well there.
Powder is being
I'm not
sent back
being
into
Powder.
the cells for timeout.
Let's send Powder Keg with whichever group has the most diplomatic members.
No, because then it'll make things more difficult.
Okay. Alright, so the first question is, do we want to split the party and go talk to numerous people at the same time? Yes, no.
Yes.
Okay.
You can actually, just by asking around, you can pretty easily find out that your equipment's being stored in a sort of locked safe area of the armory, specifically
Okay.
for, sort of requisitions.
Okay.
Oh, exactly. So we don't need to split up the party.
Well, I was saying not to go find not to go find our supplies, but to go talk to two different people at the same time.
Powder Keg is going to go on his own mission to find the reactor level of this base.
No, you're not
Oh.
going. Powder.
I know what you're
Think about
thinking,
this.
and no.
If you blow up the base, you'll be inside it, and so will we.
And nobody likes being dead.
And even Powder isn't suicidal. Not over this.
Whoa, wait, let's not jump to conclusions.
Well, hey.
Well, wait.
No, I'm
You've still
just
got way too
saying,
much to do.
if we can shut down the power, their defenses are down.
And
they've
still
all
got
the
swords
lockdown
to kill.
bolts engage, and
Then we have
And
to
then we're
deal
never
with a
getting
bunch
out.
of angry ponies in power armor with laser weapons. Well, with
They can't have laser weapons, can they?
No, they have energy swords that can cut us to ribbons.
power lances and stuff like that. So yeah, I'd prefer not to do that.
Alternately
rip us to
timed
shreds.
explosive after doing enough stuff for them, and then putting that down there and waiting for it to go off till we're gone.
No, we're not gonna do anyway.
I may agree with you that these guys are a bunch of jerks, but I do not condone that.
So, okay, anyway.
Sorry for me.
so what's the plan? Who's gonna talk to who?
Okay, are we still...
If we are splitting the party, I would like to talk to Moonlight/Sparkler.
I'll go with Flotsam.
Well, all I'm saying is that these Steel Rangers have gotten very close into Raider territory in Powder's eyes.
Everyone is a raider.
Everyone
in
you
Powder's
dislike is a
eyes.
raider in your eyes.
Yes, they are. That's how Powder Keg thinks.
That is a
Okay.
very unhealthy way to think.
Me, Flotsam,
This is Powder.
and
Powder is very unhealthy.
screw it. We'll take Aurelia and Smack Talk, and we'll go talk to Moonlight.
Hell
Which-
yeah, there's no way this can go wrong.
Which
And
one is-
the rest of you can go talk to the head scribe.
Which person
Wait.
is likely to be closer to where our stuff is being held?
Whoa, wait. You want me to go with Devolt, Steel, and Powder.
Yes. Because
You
I
want me
think
to
if
babysit
anyone,
all three of
I
them?
think if anybody can salvage that situation, it's you. That's how much faith I have in you, Firelight, and that's a lot of faith.
I feel like
Roll persuasion.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's convinced.
a quote from Mother Teresa comes to mind.
Aw,
I wish you didn't.
terribly.
I know you won't throw as much trouble as you think that I can handle, because I wish you didn't trust me as much. That is a complete paraphrase, but still.
Herald
For
of
15, you
Yeah.
failed to convince. Well, he rolled a 15, so you take that how you wish.
Here, I'll roll street smarts to oppose.
And you roll in that
Don't
one,
roll one.
it's just super awkward.
Aw. Oh.
16,
Haha.
barely surpassed.
So no, this is a bad idea, and I know it, and you know it.
Alright, I'm gonna give you guys 2 minutes. Figure out who's going where.
Okay, me, Flotsam, and we'll take
Well,
screw it.
again,
We'll take powder kegs. We will take a sacrifice for the team.
which of the two is likely to be closer to where our stuff is being held?
Neither.
And you can take Aurelia as well. I'll handle,
You don't want us to take smack talk?
well, I figure that way I think I can take care of Steel, Javolt, and Smack Talk. You have to deal with Powder. Good luck with that.
Don't worry, we'll just knock him out and leave him in a closet somewhere.
Hey, they're going to the Applejacks Rangers. The Applejacks Rangers actually care, which means Powder doesn't hate them as much.
Yes! Good decision.
Oh, yeah.
Right, let's go with
Okay,
this.
so yeah. You can probably take Steel as well then.
Internet.
I'll take Aurelia.
Alright, so have you
So
come
what are
to...
the groups again?
That's what I was
Me,
gonna ask.
Flotsam, Aurelia, and Powder, and then the rest of you.
Zenkarn,
'Cause if
Flotsam,
newbie Spud
Aurelia,
can do it, I
Powder
can do
Keg, and then Firelight.
Firelight, Javolt,
Steel.
and Smack.
Okay.
This is just gonna go lovely.
Okay, so Zenkarn, Flotsam, Aurelia, and who?
Powder Keg.
Yeah. And then the rest go to the scribe. Alright. So, Tempered Steel, Firelight, Javolt, and Smack Talk, are directed on down to, the, central database of the compound, where there are a bunch of computer terminals and a bunch of, scribes kind of running around in kind of a panic. And, one unicorn in the scribe's robe, just kind of shouting at them, going, "Hey, we gotta get all this stuff cataloged, all this information into our database right now. Let's go, 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 ponies! Come on! Don't
All of
stop
that
slacking off and
information that
keep
was
working."
rightfully ours.
So this was a bad idea.
No, this is the group that Powder is not in.
I was saying that out of character.
Oh, sorry.
And
You made the right decision.
as your group approaches, he just kind of narrows his eyes at you and says, "Oh, great, you guys are up and about. What do you want?"
Well, I would ask for our stuff back, but that seems to be an effort in futility.
You're in completely the wrong place for that.
Well, technically, this stuff could be considered our stuff, too.
Sorry, he has a one-track mind.
I'm sorry, what? The
Yeah,
database entries? Are you kidding me?
Oh, wait, is this not our stuff? The stuff that came out of that?
Look around you, Minotaur computers. Ponies dealing with information and intelligence. So no, this is not the armory.
I'm sorry. He's kind of hung up on losing his stuff right now. So he's Steel. I am Firelight. This is Javolt. And
Javolt is inspecting one of the terminals.
Hey, get away from that. Get away from that. You're not,
Sorry.
you are not cleared
I
for
think
that.
you have this coded wrong. He points at a bit of code.
That's just a for loop.
Are you sure?
Yes, because it says for.
Javolt, just let them do their thing.
Oh, very well. I suppose this isn't really science, is it?
Get out of my database.
I'm not in your database. I'm just peering through
server
the
room.
windows.
Shut up. We're very busy around here.
Sorry.
Really?
Javolt.
This is not a spectator sport. So either you have business down here, which I highly doubt, or you can just take your tour somewhere else and stop bugging me. Well?
Oh, supposed to
Sorry. Look, we'll try to stay out of your way as much as possible, but we just had a few questions.
How about we let you do the talking, Firelight?
I really don't have time to answer questions. We gotta catalog all the... Oh wait, you are the ones who discovered all that stuff, so I have you to thank for the work we have right now. Alright, I've got a couple minutes. Okay, what do you want?
Wait, this did come from that?
Well, yes. It's new knowledge from another ministry. Clock's ticking. I said I have a couple minutes, so what do you want?
Sorry. Well, we were wondering about, Well, it's about the elder's death.
Oh, yes, very tragic. It just threw off all of our duty schedules.
Yeah. Well, hang on a second. I'm sorry. I forgot. Smokey Ward was the one
Yes,
that,
that's who you're talking to.
okay, and he was the one that Lilyped said to ask about, Razor Apple, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And, about finding a way to kind of get him out of the way for a little while.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright,
either Smokey Ward, the head scribe, or Jem, one of the other scribes.
Okay. Thank you. Alright. Well, we also, what's stopping a new elder from being elected?
Well, the ongoing investigation of the current elder's death combined with, oh, goodness, it's a political mess. Razor Apple has invoked a few certain rules, both rule of martial law and a number of other things I really can't be bothered with while I've got all this work to do.
Well, I mean, if he's the only one that's stopping,
yes,
a
I
new
suppose
elder,
he is. Yeah, no one else is quite into it as much as he is.
well, I mean, is there any way to kind of, like, get him temporarily out of duty so that so that a new elder could be elected? I mean, you could get back to your work and everything back to schedule a lot faster that way.
Well, that is quite the fantasy. If I were the scheming sort, which I don't think I am, but well, I've still got years left. Well, if say, if he got violent and had no way to justify his actions, then that would certainly be worth a probation of a certain amount of time.
Would he have to be completely unprovoked?
In a sense.
A sense?
Well, there are certain provocations that do justify a sort of response, and some that don't.
So, a few outsiders mouthing off and stuff would probably not be one of those.
No one would blink at that.
Yeah. What about, like, attacking an accused Applejack's ranger?
Well, then if he could justify that they were presenting a clear and present threat to the stability of the base, which he is making quite a case for right now, then I suppose that would work. It needs to be against a pony that is innocent and is well respected.
Someone who is definitely not an Applejack's ranger.
Yes. Of course, by my last count, you can find either of them in just about equal supply in this base. So.
Right.
So, Razor Apple could just throw a punch at the first guard he sees, and 50-50 chance says he'll hit an Applejack's Ranger.
Well, 50-50 is okay odds.
For a Wastelander, maybe. Not so much for a Steel Ranger. But I'm digressing. It is a very interesting theoretical discussion we're having here.
Yeah, very interesting. Of course, theoretical and stuff.
But yeah, I suppose if you could just get him to do or say something that he just cannot take back, and that, against a pony that is basically innocent, that could get him, that could get him court-martialed at the very least. And that would unbar the way to at least get an elder elected.
Okay.
Of course, there are a number of ponies that do support Razor Apple, so Razor Apple might just end up getting the eldership anyway.
But is he really that likely of a candidate?
Well, it depends on how long this whole crusade is allowed to drag on, I suppose. Depends on how many enemies he makes.
And how many people he might end up driving out.
Well, yes, and also the potential policies of said elder, because, well, whoa, that was, what was that sound?
Sound coming from you, Codeman?
Oh, sorry. I don't know what caused that.
Okay, anyway. You know, the politics of who gets elected elder from our high ranks is all very interesting, because it all depends on the factors of, you know, what the general base's opinions are of isolationism versus what would be the word, the sort of active involvement. You know, there's the usual popularity contest, but there's also the sort of, you know, promises, you know, campaign promises, you might say. It's not much different from a normal election, I suppose, but around here, a lot of ponies' lives hang in the balance.
Yeah.
But we're just kind of speaking way off in the future. An elder is not going to be elected for some time.
Yeah, but at least help her stop slowing down the process.
Alright. I'm getting bored now, so I've got work to do, so I will talk to you later. Or not. Hopefully not. I'd rather not.
Aww. You can talk medicine. I mean, you need medical information for your database, right?
No, that's what the medical bots are for.
Oh, well, okay.
In any case. Now, shoot. Go.
Alright. Thanks for the hypothetical talk.
Whatever. Just go.
Do they basically force us out of the room?
Not really. He just kind of actively ignores you.
Is there any way without getting in trouble to see what any of this information is?
No. Anytime you kind of kind of stare at a terminal too long, you just get a dirty look from all the scribes.
Can we do this without creating a repeat attack?
No. There would be a certain threshold at which they would call in some of the rangers to stop you physically. But while you're kind of figuring out what to do, one of the scribes kind of covertly kind of approaches you very nervously and says, hello?
What do you want?
Oh, nothing. I just kind of overheard you talking and, yeah.
You have something you want to contribute?
Well, like, never, you're probably not interested, you're probably very busy, so I'll just be on my way, and she starts.
We're really not busy at all.
Joel sort of steps in her way and says, really?
Oh, well, I mean, I was just thinking, my name's Jem, by the way.
Hello?
Yes, Smokey was talking about getting, Razor Apple to like, punch a pony, but...
Well, yeah.
But if you could get him to, I don't know, like, accuse a pony without, like, a pony that was not a ranger, but, like, was, like, really, really, like, respected in the group and was not an Applejack's ranger, then, like, if it was an important enough pony that he accused, then, you know, I was just thinking, you know.
Well, spit it out.
Do you have anyone in mind?
I'm thinking Torque. If you could find some way to make Torque look like a ranger without actually being a ranger or having any solid proof, then then, that could... And Torque would make a big deal, and a lot of the Rangers here like Torque, so that's what I was thinking.
Okay.
But you'd have to be like really smart about it, because you'd have to like frame him, but it'd have to look dirty, but not actually like be bad. It just have to, I don't know.
It'd have to be enough to get Razor Apple to fly off the handle.
Yeah, but not actually enough to really be solid proof, which
Right.
I don't know, he might go for. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. I'm sorry for taking up your time. I'll just go.
No, it's alright. It was nice talking to you.
Okay, bye. And she just kind of, before you notice she's gone. She kind of got away in a hurry. Alright, back to our other group. Zenkarn, Powder Keg and whatnot.
Can we make it canon that, or can Zenkarn have told, Flotsam what Lilypad told him about, speaking to Moonlight / Sparkler and mentioning the Applejack? Yeah.
Yeah, easily.
Just so I'm not being too meta.
You ask around for, Moonlight, and you're, directed towards the, head knight's office.
Oh.
Ooh, head knight. That sounds important.
Yeah, sure. Real important.
Although, please try and be on your best behavior.
And, you actually recognize it as as one of the Rangers that was, accosting you back at the bunker.
Oh, fantastic.
Hello again.
Oh, it's you people. You're out of your cells.
Oh,
It's
you
okay.
again.
Lilypad said we could. As long as we don't start any fights. We won't start any fights.
Making good use of all that stuff you took from us?
Well, we're just kind of cataloging it right now, but hopefully, maybe.
They look after technology and make sure it doesn't end up in the wrong hooves, Powder Keg.
You want the wrong hooves. It was in our hooves. I took it.
They didn't. I'm not getting into this right now. Are we talking to Moonlight or Sparkler?
Moonlight. Senior Knight Moonlight.
Mr. Moonlight? Moonlight?
Yes.
I was just, she's gonna actually just do the same trick she did earlier. Hold out the piece of paper and sort of say, "Do you know this pony?" But actually point at the code at the top of the page.
Yes, I know that pony.
That's good, cause we quite like that pony.
Alright. Moonlight, taps a button on his desk and says, Sparkler, can you come up to Senior Knight's office, please? And he says, could you shut the door real quick?
Sure.
Just, let Sparkler in when he comes by, but, great.
Alright, I walk over and I close the door and stand by it.
You know what that code means, right?
Yes, we do. We're given it by a friend.
Yes, by a friend. His name is, Trip. He tripped over his words. Yes.
Oh, good old Trip. Alright. So, Trip thinks you're alright, so I think you're alright. You're sympathetic to our cause, right?
Yes. Well,
Well, I'm not sympathetic to the cause of the other ones.
That's true.
What else is there to say? We believe in the original ideals of, the Ministry Mayor Applejack, that technology should be used to help ponies and not be hoarded away.
And that's respectable.
Yeah, but, well...
Keyless background noise.
Sorry.
Since the whole schism started with Apple Snack, we've kind of constantly been in conflict with the more loyal Steel Rangers, and it's in remote places like the Maw. The idea's kind of caught up, but there are very few with actual experience or who actually know exactly what happened. I'm messing this up, and then there's a knock on the door.
Who is it?
Knight Sparkler.
Sure. I open the door.
All right. Sparkler enters the room, and the door's closed behind him. So,
Hi, Night Sparkler.
Just Sparkler. Knight's my title.
Hi, Sparkler. I know, I was trying to be respectful.
Oh. So what you call me in here for, boss? And Moonlight just says, they know. And Sparkler just kind of freezes up at that.
We're friendly, don't worry.
Okay. Sparkler says, crap. Well, yeah, I guess you know the basics then. There are a few like us, actually quite a few like us, who are kind of in secret and we've kind of convinced a lot of ponies, but, yeah, since this whole thing has started with the Razor Apple, he's been kind of cracking down.
That's kind of mean.
Why does he hate you so much?
Well, I don't know, what is his deal? Moonlight says he's just kind of ideologically opposed to what we stand for. I think I heard him say once that, like, if the Ministry Mayor were alive today, she'd understand. You know, this is what she'd want. Which is to say,
that's stupid.
Keeping all the technology for ourselves and yada yada. Yeah, no, it's stupid.
Sounds like a piece of shit.
He kind of is, but you know,
that
he's the type of Steel Ranger who's very much a careerist. He's made a lot of friends and he's highly decorated and all that jazz, and he's a very tough opponent to go up against.
I think maybe I do like the Applejacks better than the Steel Rangers.
Well, that's the thing. We've been able to kind of reach out to a bunch of ponies in secret here and kind of get them to kind of see our idea better, but...
Oh, you should talk to Torque. He's awesome.
Oh, Torque doesn't really care as long as he gets to blow something up.
Okay.
So he'd be someone you'd kind of want in charge then.
Well, I mean, he'd be totally happy with going outside and doing a bunch more above ground missions, so that would be a start.
There is more stuff to blow up outside.
A lot more stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It irks me that a lot of these rangers have more technology and more ability to help than any pony else in the wasteland, yet they sit here all the time, sitting on top of them loads of tech, thinking, well, we're just going to protect ourselves because keeping the technology safe's the way to go. Meanwhile, ponies out there dying, and they're causing harm when they take it from them, too, because they don't have access to anything they could use to fight the bad guys.
Yeah, welcome to our entire point. Thank you for summarizing our entire credo there, Powder Keg. We're just kind of in this stalemate right now is the problem. Can't do anything about Razor Apple without enraging a whole... I think the last count, it was like... the ratio was like 60-40 in favor of the Rangers.
60-40 in favor of stupidity.
Well...
I can kind of see where they're coming from.
A lot of these ponies haven't really been out that much. They've been either just kind of sitting here, hanging out, practicing, or in the VR chambers.
Ignorance is no excuse for cruelty.
I'll bet if they managed to get out and start helping ponies, they'd realize what a good thing it was to do, right? And then, well,
yeah,
I guess
until ponies start getting killed and, reality sets in.
Well, ponies are getting killed already. I mean, look at your elder.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, that didn't help things. What was
Was
that?
he?
The whole zombie curse thing going on?
Oh, you know about that?
I kind of had a theory going.
Well,
Yeah,
congratulations, you were right.
So, basically, you're the cause of all my problems. Great.
Well,
hey,
not
now that's
us.
not
There's
fair,
a lot of...
because
That's very, very much generalizing the situation.
the way the zombie curse worked, his soul would have departed from his body eventually anyway.
Pretty much.
And who knows what could have, what messed up stuff would have happened while that was happening. While he
Believe
was
me,
turning into a ghoul.
you do not want a frenzied ghoul in power armor.
Uh-huh. I mean, we're sorry about stainless steel dying and all, but it's probably better that he died sooner rather than later.
Alright. But that still leaves this whole deal with, Razor Apple, and...
It sounds like he's in charge or something. Is he like second in command after stainless steel?
Yeah, he's head paladin. That's pretty much the second to either the elders or the star paladins. And star paladins, they're not really tied to any particular base. They're sort of our traveling agents. They actually move from base to base.
Huh.
The rest of us were kind of more or less assigned. Born and raised here. But, yeah, Razor Apple is, pretty much second highest ranking officer in the base.
Well, highest ranking now.
Without him being an elder, he doesn't have that much power, but...
Well, if he doesn't have that much power, how can he shut down the choosing of a new elder? Surely if enough people basically say, screw off, he kinda has to.
Well, yeah, there are some people saying screw off, but there are also some people saying, no, he's totally right, and you should definitely figure this out first. And it's basically a matter of both some bureaucratic BS and just public opinion.
But it's already sorted out. He died because he got killed like a month ago and was only alive because of the curse. It's that simple. So once
That's what
Razor
bureaucracy's here for. To make sure nothing simple is ever simple.
Yeah, I don't think that's really been confirmed for the whole base yet. Might have to see about expediting that, but he's been locking that down too.
Why?
Any way of getting it out to people?
He's claiming that the details might tip off whatever traitor he's trying to find that did this thing. So.
But I
More
thought
like the
there
details
weren't
give
any
enough
traitors.
evidence to show that he's clearly just on a witch hunt.
Yeah. So.
Ponies need to know this. He's stirring up all sorts of trouble when he doesn't have to.
Well, I don't know. I think he heard about what happened with Applesnack and just kind of took it personally or something.
Why? Was he a fan?
I honestly don't know. I haven't exactly gotten close with the guy.
He sounds like the kind of pony who's hard to get close to.
Yeah. But you've got a point there. If we could find a way to make that just public to every single pony on the base about what really happened to Elder Stainless Steel, that might be enough to throw him off his game, although it would definitely out some pony because that data is supposed to be classified, and whoever is caught accessing it and publishing that is going to face some serious consequences.
What if we published it?
Then he could probably accuse you of, I don't know, having some kind of insurgent plot and basically lying.
That'd be hard to prove, though, wouldn't it? I mean, it's pretty obvious that we don't exactly have any
you're
loyalty.
newcomers and wastelanders and surface dwellers, so you don't exactly have a whole lot of clout.
Yeah, that's true. Anyone in the base that would be able to publish this sort of information without overly destroying their public image?
Well,
yeah, what if it was someone who was really cool and people and lots of ponies liked them?
Well,
and that they wouldn't lie?
Well, I mean, I've technically got the clearance, but I also don't want to out myself as a ranger.
Well, it doesn't have to be one of the... It shouldn't... Well, it doesn't
In fact,
have
it
to
would
be an
be better if
Applejack
it wasn't
Ranger.
one of the Applejack Rangers. If it was a
Yeah,
normal
it
ranger
could be
and
Lily
everyone...
Pad or Torque.
Well, there's
Lily Pad
Lilypad
and Torque
and
are
then
both light.
Torque are basically the only other two that really have that kind of access.
You know, I'll bet Torque could. I mean, he really likes us, and I'll bet he'd be really, really on board for getting all this taken care of. Maybe we should talk to him about it.
Where can we find Torque, usually?
Hold on. You're talking about convincing a paladin to basically leak classified records to the entire base and put himself under the crosshairs of Razor Apple. You really think you can convince him to do that?
Yes.
That's kind of political and probably some other ways suicide.
Let's be honest.
Did it hurt to
Does
ask?
Torque really care about his political status? He doesn't really seem like a pony who gives much of a damn about that kind of thing.
Well, he likes his, his power fists, and he kind of needs to stay a ranger to keep them maintained. But I don't know. I guess.
But he'd be the. But then I don't understand why it's such a bad thing. I mean, the security's only getting leaked to the Steel Rangers, and they have to all be trustworthy. Otherwise, they wouldn't be Steel Rangers. The only thing that would be a problem is if there were traitors. But we know there aren't traitors because we know exactly how Stainless Steel died.
Well, yeah, but there are also a bunch of undercover Applejack's Rangers here at the base, which are technically traitors.
Oh, that's not the same thing as being a traitor. This Razor Apple is really stupid. Do you think?
All right, Torque might have a chance, but you'd have to convince him, and he'd have to be ready to basically, defend himself against Razor Apple.
I don't want to get him into trouble, but.
Really? I don't think Torque would have much issue defending himself against anybody. I mean, have you seen him?
He's really kind of a big softy.
He seemed like it. He also seemed pretty hurt when we said that the Rangers weren't being particularly awesome at the moment.
Oh, no, you told him he wasn't being awesome?
Well, we told him the Rangers weren't being awesome.
Well,
we
that's
told him he was
basically
awesome.
the same thing to Torque is the problem. You've completely screwed this up.
Well, no, Powder said it.
I didn't say that. That was Tempered Steel.
Tempered Steel said it.
Tempered Steel's just been wrong, the entire day, so it's fine.
Sorry, Powder, I forgot who said it.
Well...
We just assumed it went wrong, so we blamed Powder. That seems legit.
I said it, and I stand by it.
Shut up, Tempered Steel, you're not in the same room.
Well, I guess you can't, there's no harm done just by talking to him. And at that moment, you hear over the intercom, Moonlight, will you please report to the head paladin's office, please?
Oh boy, who was
Moonlight suddenly sounds very nervous and says, that would be Razor Apple requesting my attention.
Oh dear.
Okay, where can we find Torque?
with
We need to set this out quickly, because you're the second pony who's been called into his office in the matter of however long it's been since Lily got called.
Well... Okay. Yeah. Go find Torque. Sparkler, lay low for a bit. I'm gonna go to the head paladin's office. He gets up. Thank you. Probably gonna need it. Hopefully he doesn't have anything real on me, but either way I'm in for one hell of an interrogation. Alright, he leaves, and Sparkly leaves as well.
Guys, we need to get this sorted out really quickly. I don't want them getting into trouble because of us.
Yeah. They're the good ones. We need to make
We
sure
should find the
bad
others.
ones.
We should find the others, and then we can go see Torque and get this all sorted out.
You really want Tempered Steel and Torque in the same room?
It doesn't sound like a good idea right now. We should just go see Torque on our own, and then reconcile his pain.
But shouldn't we find out what Firelight and the others found out from that scribe type pony?
We will need it, but, I mean,
Let's
look.
talk the talk first, and at least cheer him up a bit, and that way we can all get together and...
I'm not the best of tact. I mean, I could have easily made the same mistake as Tempered Steel, but it seems like we made a pretty bad one. So, we need to fix that before we can do anything.
Okay, I'll tell him about my new explosive designs.
Yeah, that'll cheer him up. Alright.
So you're heading over?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
On your way there, you actually bump into the other group on their way out from the server room.
The point was not to meet them. That was the argument.
And now you're all back together again.
Oh god.
The
Okay,
GM,
quick.
the GM works in mysterious ways.
Basically.
And by mysterious ways, you mean does his best to get us all screwed over.
So, guys,
not
what
that
we have
bad.
to do now is at the same time, every one of us needs to say, we need to go talk to Torque.
Should we count down or?
The
3,
Skype delay will make that sound
2,
really awful. Don't.
1.
You will all be saying it basically like within a 3-second difference. Give or take.
Yeah,
Ooh.
okay, let's not. Flotsam will say it. Guys, we need to go talk to Torque.
And then someone from the other group says,
Sounds about right.
alright, well, that didn't go as well as I hoped. Alright,
What do you guys find out anyway?
Well, we found out that,
oh, Din wants you guys to say you want me to talk to Torg. Alright, we'll try it.
On the
All
beat
right.
after 3. On the
So
beat
wait.
after 3. Oh, no,
Okay,
Din will do the
wait,
countdown.
Din's gonna do the countdown.
Okay, Din's
All right.
doing the countdown.
And
what are we doing?
What we're specifically saying?
We need to talk
need-
to Torque.
Alright.
Beep, 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 beep. Hold on.
5.
Countdown stops at 4.
Waiting for Weaver.
No.
Weaver, you ready?
Is this the thing we're seriously doing?
I was turning
Yes.
off and
Yes.
Okay.
Crap,
need-
what am I saying?
Do we
Did I
say,
cut out?
do
No.
we say her
No.
what?
No one cut out, just no one spoke.
Wait, do we
I
say
I
at
almost-
Din,
zero
you need
or
to
after?
say go. Instead of 0, say go, okay?
I think
Then
go
we'll
is
know
the-
go.
We
We
need to
need
talk to
talk
Torque.
to Torque.
Oh my god, you guys, we
That-
suck.
That kind of worked.
See?
That went about as good
Well,
as I was
we
expecting
knew
it
it wouldn't
to.
work. We knew it wouldn't work. Pretty much.
I love how 3 of it, I think it was like me, Powder, and Firelight were just like, fucking no.
Alright. Now
Din, I
that
hope you're happy.
silly moment's
Right, actually,
over.
And by happy, I mean unhappy.
I don't know if that'll make it into the final cut of the podcast,
would
but that's
be-
definitely an extra.
if it doesn't.
So, do we find Torque easily, or are we accosted by bats?
A what?
What?
Bats.
Bats?
Bats.
Bats.
Bats. Fruit
Why would
bats.
you be accosted? by
Why
bats?
would you be accosted by bats?
Because we're in a cave.
You're in a giant metal bunker.
Because
Actually, no.
Javolt logic. That's
Javolt
why.
logic.
You're not
Javolt
in a
logic.
cave. You're in an underground bunker. Anyway,
He runs on Javolt logic, which is not very logical.
alright.
It is
You're
quite
able-
scientific, though.
You're able to find Torque near, kind of sitting on his bunk, looking very dejected.
Well, hey there, Torque.
Paladin Torque,
Hi.
we're really sorry we said you weren't Austin. We didn't mean it.
Oh, you're just saying that.
Why would I be
I
saying
slept
that?
twice.
You blow stuff up.
The point my young friend is trying to make is that it is not an organization that is awesome, but the people who make that organization up awesome. And you, my friend, you are the core of awesomeness in this bunker.
Do you mean that?
Of
Yeah,
course,
actually.
I do.
Of course.
You're about the awesomest pony we met since coming here.
Oh.
That's really true, definitely. I never met anyone outside our group who was really good at blowing stuff up before.
But, you know, you were still right about the Steel Rangers not being awesome, because, like,
Well,
we aren't doing enough awesome things in
Actually,
Equestria.
that is why you must make the Steel Rangers awesome once again.
Oh, but what can I do?
Well, everyone around here kind of looks up to you, so.
If you were maybe
You
to help shift things for the better, ponies might follow.
I hear
Everything-
tell that the founder of the Steel Rangers was related to honesty. Is that right?
Yeah, Applejack, the element of honesty, of course.
Well, then
Well,
wouldn't
then
she
a
want
little
total
honesty will help bring the awesome back to the Steel Rangers.
That
Be honest.
That doesn't sound
about
badass
what's
at
going
all.
But
Ah,
if you're honest, you can get every pony working together. And when every pony works together, more stuff that's bad can get blown up. And that is awesome.
When everybody works together, then everything is awesome.
God damn it, Darren.
Ah! You actually managed to work it in. Damn it.
Everything is awesome. Everything is cool.
Okay. No, the moment has passed. Stop.
Yes, I did have to say it.
Yep.
Dead, you guys.
I think we have our running gag. Okay. So Torque, you've thrown me off, damn it. Torque says, you know, I think I see your point. You're right. It's up to me to bring the badass back to the Steel Rangers.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be the one to do it.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
how exactly am I gonna do that?
do you know what's stopping the Steel Rangers from being as awesome as they could be?
The
Lots
fact
of
that
stuff.
they sit around inside all the time and don't go out and blow up bad guys and help ponies.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
So obviously what you've got to do is figure out what's causing the sit around and stop it.
Oh, I know.
Flotsam puts her hoof up. Obviously not cottoning on to what the others are trying to do.
Yes, Philly?
Well, everything slowed right the heck down because Razor Apple is doing all this hunting around for whoever the traitor is, but we know that there's no traitor. We know how Stainless Steel
what?
died.
What do you mean there's no traitor? What do you know?
There
Steel
isn't
got
one.
killed by War. Or at least one of War's raiders.
The autopsy details. I kind of skimmed over those, but I know what you're talking about.
There was a flaming saw. There's a couple here, but they don't get much use from what I've heard. But War's band, they like those a lot. And if I recall, about a month ago, there was a incident involving the elder.
And that's right.
And the
Because
wound.
it doesn't make sense that he would just drop dead in the middle of the command post. Because it wasn't like some pony slashed him right there. So yes, detective work.
Didn't we kill Nidhogg around that time?
You did. You blew him up. And that would mean.
Yep.
Light bulb.
Stainless Steel was a zombie.
Oh my gosh, I came to the
Exactly.
exact conclusion. You are so smart.
Oh yeah, high five. Or hoof bump.
She
Whatever.
fist bumps him.
Tempered Steel will hold up his...
I was raised by Minotaurs.
Cannon!
Tempered Steel will hold his fist down where Torque could easily bump it.
You don't have to bend down that far, actually. He's a pretty tall and buff pony.
He holds it down at he doesn't bend down, he just holds it down at a level where
You get a hoof bump from Torque.
Hoof bumps for all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright!
Now,
I'm
Torque,
so glad you came to see us.
Torque, Razor Apple, he's probably not gonna like what you're gonna be doing. So to come out ahead, you're gonna need to be more awesome than Razor Apple.
Which
Right.
isn't that hard.
It's pretty
So
easy
go
to be
out
more
there
awesome than Razor
And
Apple.
out. So go out there and out awesome Razor Apple.
You got it!
Go be awesome.
Yes, I am awesome. You are awesome. We are all awesome.
Yay!
And he just sort of just charges out of the room,
Am I the only one
knocking
who
over a
feels kind
couple
of
of
like
bunks.
Am I the only one who feels kind of like an asshole right now for so strongly manipulating this guy?
No,
I'm manipulating him.
That
Give him a
was
pep
very
talk.
manipulative that we just did. That
Well, we're
that-
not
well,
being
Not
manipulative.
saying a word.
It was
It was
also
a
kind
pep
of sweet.
talk. He would have done this eventually. We're just pushing it along.
Flotsam did kind of want to say you might get into trouble, but she didn't want to put a damper on the situation.
Exactly. He wanted to do this. We just gave him the pep talk to go and do it.
I don't think any of us has an element of kindness anyway.
Firelight does. Firelight, who was
Okay.
suspiciously silent throughout the entire exchange.
He kind of cut out for a bit, but
yeah,
Well,
kind of cut out.
sometimes you do have to be a little bit cruel to be kind.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
This was good for him.
So, how long is this going to take to go over the intercom?
I give it a minute.
Give it a minute, and then Razor Apple says, Torque, can you please come to... Oh, hello, Torque.
just wait. The intercom's just gonna be like, "Attention, police in the base! Everything is awesome! Yeah,
Yeah!
Yeah.
Everything is cool when you're part of
okay,
Yeah.
stop!
Stop.
Oh, I am way too loud.
I really hope that he doesn't get into too much trouble for this, because I
I
like
hope
that guy.
so. I hope he doesn't get in a lot of trouble either. I like the guy.
Okay, so, what happens next?
Alright, so what happens next? Y'all kind of regroup and, Lilypad, comes walking by where you guys are and says, did you do something to Torque?
We gave him the pep
We had a
talk.
chat.
Okay.
Torque is awesome again! Actually, he never stopped being awesome, but now he believes in himself again.
'Cause he just kind of broke the door on Razor Apple's office, so
Sounds like
Serves him
being
right.
awesome.
so it's Razor Apple,
I am
right?"
true.
and it also turns out that for some reason every single initiate, knight, paladin, and even the deceased elders, terminal accounts got a message containing the contents of the autopsy report on stainless steel.
Well, he works fast.
That's one way for everybody to know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And there was also an attachment in all caps explaining the whole thing about the zombie curse.
I like the caps, but he's not going to get in trouble for this, right?
Oh, he's gonna get in a lot of trouble, but
I think that's going to get him like.
right now he's in a shouting match with Razor Apple in the head paladin's office, so I decided to...
can we go and see it? Can we go and listen?
I
Maybe. That's probably a bad
I left
idea.
because my ears were starting to hurt. I wouldn't recommend it.
I have some choice words for Razor Apple if he's shouting at Torque.
I think Torque has some choice words, although I think I hope that that beeping sound on his suit holds up.
Hmm.
I hope it doesn't.
Well, as long as if nothing too long term will be happening to Torque, at least.
No,
Razor Apple can shove
because
it.
betcha anything, Razor Apple's going to accuse him of being an Applejack's Ranger, and that's going to not turn out so well for him.
Well, yeah, obviously Torque's an Applejack's Ranger.
No, he is most certainly not. He's probably the most loyal and dependable of ponies here.
Okay, now I kind of feel bad.
I really hope he's okay. He's not gonna get, like, booted out or anything, is he?
Well, I guess it depends on, I don't know, who's kind of supporting Razor Apple and who's supporting Torque.
But everyone likes Torque, right?
Well, some ponies like Razor Apple more.
Who are they, and what's wrong with them? Have they not met Torque?
Well, Torque is the kind of pony you either really like him or you don't quite so like him. But
I don't understand. How can you not like him? It makes no sense.
There aren't many ponies that are really against Torque.
He's a better pony than half the ponies in this base. Probably all of them.
Yeah, but...
Now, Powder, while that is probably true, you haven't actually met half the ponies in this base.
They're still Rangers, I can make a blanket statement.
You always do that.
Alright, I'm taking that very personally now.
Well, good, because you did kind of suggest that Steel Rangers were better than Wastelanders, so, you know.
Better equipped, at least.
Better
Well, that's
equipped, only
true.
because you took everything with your previously existing equipment.
And you know,
Are we
a good
going
thing
into
too.
this again? Do I need to put you both in a timeout? Watson makes her best intimidating face.
Go for it, Watson. Go for it.
You are the best pony in this entire group.
Really? Don't think that lets you off the hook.
Darn.
Well, at least we agree on one thing.
Can't blame me for trying. Alright. So, some time passes, about a day's worth, and you're not quite allowed to have, your own, bunks in the base, so you basically have to sleep in your cells for the day.
Can Flotsam request that, someone get her the rocks out of her saddlebag so that Craggy does not go hungry?
Yeah, so Lilypad's able to make that happen,
Cool.
pretty much immediately.
Hooray!
We're in here for a whole day?
It takes about a day for the sort of arguments and the popularity contests and sort of, motions and votes to go through. But, at the beginning of the next day, Lilypad comes to visit you in your sort of cell bunks now, and says, so we've got some good news.
What?
Is Torque okay?
Torque's actually better than okay. Razor Apple is on probation.
Ha! Awesome.
Something right.
He accused Torque of being a traitor, murderer, actually quite a number of things, and had basically no evidence for any of it. So, he was charged on, primarily incompetence and a number of other things. There's some fraud charges that didn't quite stick, but, definitely didn't help his case. So.
So does that mean you guys get to move on and elect a new elder?
Actually, yes. Without him blocking the way and potentially ousting the rangers in the base right now, yeah. The crisis has passed for now, although I can't promise that Razor Apple won't find a way to come back from this, but for now we've got some peace.
Well, with Blue Moon dead, we did need another recurring villain.
I thought the executive was handling that.
We need more. We can't just have one.
The executive is an end game boss. It's not your mid-level recurring stuff. So, Lilypad says, I gotta hoof it to you, ponies. I don't think Torque would have gone after Razor Apple if you hadn't given him that pep talk, so.
Well, I'm just glad it turned out okay.
Yeah, gotta admit, it was a bit close at times, but, Torque pulled through. He was really motivated. He stood up for himself. So.
Well, good.
So what happens
get our
now?
stuff back.
in due time. We just gotta elect an elder, and the vote's happening today. So,
Do we get a vote?
no, you do not get a vote.
Aw.
Well,
And
not quite
last
like
time we saved the town, we got a vote.
that.
Well, Torque did most of the hard work on this. And
That's true.
in fact, I think it's like the only candidates left now that Razor Apple is on probation is either him or Moonlight. But
Why not you, Lily Pad? Oh, are you one of the traveling ones?
yeah, I'm a Star Paladin, and I could. It's not impossible for Star Paladin to be made elder. It's what happened with Apple Snack, after all.
I think you'd make a good elder.
But I don't know. I feel like my towns are better served as sort of a lone wolf, I suppose.
Okay, well,
Well, for all his awesomeness, I would imagine it probably would certainly be helpful for Torque if he had someone as a close advisor to help him out.
I think Moonlight and Torque would do fine, either of them, as long as they've got ponies around to help.
Either way, it means that there's going to be more Steel Rangers out there in the Maw.
Well,
Steel
I can't-
Rangers helping ponies or Steel Rangers not helping ponies?
Well, well, if Moonlight were to get elected, it would mean more closely following the credo of the Applejacks Rangers, I imagine. In fact, with the possibility that might convert the entire base to Applejacks Rangers officially. Who knows? Torque.
That could be.
And if Torque gets elected, you'll be doing awesome things, which will be incidentally helpful. So it's a win-win.
Yeah, basically. He would just be out there blowing up raiders and whatnot.
I like that idea.
So either way, we're good.
I don't know so much about the, Rangers' ideas of, sharing technology and whatnot, but Torque would at least be making an effort to be out and about and being a part of what's happening out here.
Well, I guess I have to admit when I was wrong. I certainly don't like you, but you've done your best to help, I suppose.
I've just done what's best for the Rangers in this space.
I see.
Which, in this one instance, turned out to be letting a group of ponies unconnected officially in any way to me or to anyone else in the space to basically find the right ponies to influence and gain intel from.
Mm-hmm.
Wasteland assets indeed.
Hence why I can't say I like you.
I don't have to like you
tolerate you.
Love and tolerance. Yes, let's go with that. Maybe not so much the love part.
Just tolerance.
Tolerance.
Tolerance is good enough for now.
It will suffice.
Lots and lots of tolerance.
Alright.
So do you guys seriously
if there's
have a
any
con-
particular leader you want to see elected, I suppose I owe you the favor. I can try and talk to ponies to try and influence the election one way or another.
Oh god, not this again.
Moonlight.
Torque.
But surely Moonlight.
Moonlight.
Moonlight,
Torque's,
yeah.
I mean, Torque is,
Torque will enjoy working under Moonlight because Moonlight will let him go out and do things. But
That
Moonlight
and-
is probably the better leader.
yeah, and Torque is likely to be easily manipulated by someone who gets in their mind to try doing that.
Mm.
Quite
Yeah, I don't.
Moonlight.
Yeah,
We love
Moonlight.
Torque, but Moonlight.
Probably Moonlight would be the better choice. Not saying that Torque isn't awesome.
Torque is awesome. He would be more awesome as a second in command.
More
Yeah.
awesome muscle than brains.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I suppose Torque would be happier more as just as a head paladin. Yeah.
Plus, if he leads the base, that'll leave less time for him to go out and punch raiders so they explode.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose you're right. Well, I'll see what I can do then. Try and, although, as a side effect, I imagine that having Moonlight as Elder would make any sort of tensions with Razor Apple that much more severe later down the line. Torque would be a more mollifying presence in that aspect.
Well, hopefully by then...
Well, with Razor Apple,
Razor Apple can go suck on a grenade.
Hopefully Razor Apple will be less of an influence, have less of an influence down the line.
I wouldn't be so sure of that.
Well, I did say hopefully.
You want us to come check back and make sure Razor Apple isn't giving you any trouble? Because we can do that.
Well.
You really need a radio.
Yeah.
There's just one more thing before we go. You have any old world stamps around here I might be able to purchase?
What do you need them for?
A certain friend of mine is a collector.
A lady friend.
Girlfriend.
I didn't take you.
I was surprised too.
I didn't take you for the type to develop crushes.
Yeah, we wouldn't have either.
Crush. Cute one.
Oh, so it's official, is it?
I knew it. You are getting married.
Ignore the filly. She only sees things in binary.
You'll have to talk to the scribes. And maybe broker some kind of deal with them, because he probably won't give it away for free.
I can tell them how to make certain grenades.
Yeah, I don't think the scribes are that interested.
What?
Really? Because it's old world knowledge?
We know how to make grenades.
But do you know how to make sparkle cola grenades?
Kind of grenades.
Alright, that might be something worth bartering with. Alright, yeah. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. I'll go work some political magic.
Thanks for everything, Lily Pad.
Not a problem. Thank you. And I do mean that. Thank you.
She's getting a hug.
She just kind of rolls her eyes and hugs back.
Oh.
Stay safe, little Billy.
Sooner or later, Flotsam will hug every pony.
Even the 4 horses?
Challenge accepted.
Oh, man. I'd love to see Flotsam make one of the 4 horses act nice.
Achievement discovered.
Tempered Steel will assist her in this quest.
Oh,
no. Okay,
that's the last thing we need, a hug quest between all the raiders.
I think our best bet is death.
So are we getting our stuff back and can leave now?
Alright, well, it still takes some time to get the election done.
Well, we're not leaving until we get our stuff.
Yeah, so, you want to deal with the thing with the stamps now?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So you head, back down to the server room where, Smokey Ward's still working, and Jem, and all the other scribes. He just looks at you and says, "What do you want?"
I'm wondering if you have any, I'm wondering if you have any old world stamps down here.
Stamps? Why the heck? You're a collector, huh?
Friend of mine.
Basically.
Sure, a friend of yours. Sure, fine. Well, we might have some, but why the heck should I give any to you?
Because she knows how to make grenades out of sparkle cola. And she can tell you the recipe.
Flotsam beans.
They got radioactive potential.
Oh, that's
Turn green and glowy.
almost enough for me to break protocol and give you something from the vault, but got anything else?
Oh, there's my nail bomb recipes.
We know how to make nail bombs. Nail bombs have been around since the war.
Yeah, but the kind that separates your spleen into 2 different sets. Sorry.
Yes, specifically that kind.
Fine, powder keg size, and pulls out. Hopefully they don't have any of these, because, it is pretty rare. This will mean losing a combat talent, oh well. If it works. Powder keg will sigh and pull out his, what is it? Sorry, forgot what I named it. His, fat mare.
Oh!
We've got those too.
Okay. It's a
No.
thought that counts.
Really?
Also, wait, you that was confiscated. You didn't pull it out.
That's a good point.
Good
You
point.
stored it in hammer space.
So you bring up the fact that you could, leave behind that piece of your equipment, and he's like, "No, we've got some."
In my saddlebags, there should be, there is, because I didn't leave it back at the thing. In my saddlebags, there is a pre-war book about, the Ministry Mayor Fluttershy. Would I be able to trade that?
Ministry of Peace, huh?
Also, just kind of unrelated note, it was us who opened that bunker that had all that stuff, that was all that technology and information, and if it wasn't for us, you wouldn't have it, just saying.
Alright. Between the recipe, the book, and the fact that you opened a priceless bunker, I guess I can give you some stamps.
We're doing all that for stamps? Just
Heck yeah, we are.
It's important.
Dude, Powder was willing to give up his
His fat man.
freaking
Seriously.
mini nuke launcher for stamps. He's very serious about this.
True love!
Whoa. Woo, whoa.
Whoa.
Alright. So as the day rolls on, eventually, Smoky Ward gets back to you, and he's actually got kind of a whole bunch of stamps, and he says, I found a whole cache of letters and, printed documents that had these stamps on them. So
basically,
Excellent.
if we bring something valuable to him, we might be able to look for stuff in their treasure trove.
Probably not much more than stamps. I mean, the stamps are pretty inconsequential. If we were trying to get stuff like energy weapons and other things, probably not.
So the odds of me getting an energy sword is pretty low.
Oh yeah.
Not right now, no. All right.
Hopefully they're at least willing to give Aurelia back her own laser weapons.
Well, there are 2 spare energy rifles back at base. Though, I mean, that's part of our stuff that we originally brought, so we should be able to get that stuff back anyways.
Yeah. So, you've got about 4 new stamps.
Cool.
And they're actually of the princesses.
Oh, cool.
And, as well as one for the Ministry Mayor, Twilight Sparkle.
Awesome.
So, Celestia, Luna, Cadence, and Twilight.
Awesome.
Alright, and the second day kind of comes to soon end, and it's official that Moonlight will be the new elder of Slayer Base.
Woo!
And
We are so surprised and shocked.
Who could have predicted this?
Mm-hmm.
So, Moonlight signs off on you as official and trusted Wasteland assets. It turns out there are several tiers of Wasteland assets.
Oh, Joe.
And you're allowed to retain your equipment and also to travel to and from the base freely, as long as you're willing to basically run some errands from time to time and keep them informed of your travels across the wasteland.
Are we allowed?
All right, then.
Are we allowed to at least look through what there was in the vault that we opened for them?
Moonlight tries, but the scribe is very insistent that it has to be all cataloged first, lest you try and steal it before it gets put into the database proper.
I just want to sit and read.
Vault gives
I want to see
Firelight
if there's
a look.
anything
This
useful.
is what happens when you try to steal books.
Next time we go into a bunker like that, we need to be sure to close the door behind us.
And lock it firmly.
And and then we can't get out.
This situation could have been so much different if only we'd closed the door behind us.
If we closed the door, who's to say we would have been able to get out again?
Oh, come on. There's got to be some way to open it from the inside.
There might not have been.
Wait, what?
It could have just been a storage facility. It might not have been designed for ponies to actually stay in there.
Mm-hmm.
So
Just
anyway.
saying.
That sounds like a poor design decision.
Yeah, but, you know, stable
It
tech
makes me feel better about how this
before,
turned out, though.
before the war, you know,
Yeah, stable
wasn't
tech
always
has
the smartest design.
Okay, well, next time we have one or two people wait outside so that the door can be opened after the fact.
12 sessions in and still no stables. I wait, continue to wait for a stable. I want to find a stable.
But
We'll stick you in your death
Lapis,
trap at some
Lapis,
point.
the point. No. The point of our group is that we are unstable.
Well
Wow.
Played.
I have the cheesiest grin on my face right now, you guys.
Well played.
So as part of getting your equipment back, you also notice that they... Oh, what?
Sorry.
Someone played the piano?
Alright. You also notice that they have given you, looks like a two-way radio
Yes!
that you can, mainly use to, if you're the Mon, there are steel rangers nearby, you can, you know, call for aid or, you know, to touch base or whatever.
Brilliant.
Finally, a radio. Wait, is it only two? Can
Yeah,
we
it's
like?
it's just a little walkie-talkie sort of deal. It's
Oh,
not
we
like
can't change its
Can
frequencies.
we roll mechanics to rig it to get radio stations?
it doesn't have AM/FM capability.
Oh, well, at least it's a two-way radio.
You can ask around to see if you can acquire an AM/FM radio.
Couldn't they have just given us a pit bug? Much more useful.
They would not give us a pit buck.
No.
They wouldn't, because they suck.
What? I thought we'd agreed that they're now awesome.
Well, no, there's still a
They're-
good number of them that completely suck. There's just
They're-
some of them that
they-
are awesome.
They have neutral levels of awesomeness.
The awesome and the lack of awesome cancel each other out.
So
Yeah.
basically what you're saying is not everything is awesome.
No, we're not starting that again.
I had to get one in.
High five,
is
Spud,
everything
high five.
not cool when you're part of a team?
Everything's kind of meh when you're part of a team.
Not every.
Lego movie, please don't sue us.
Oh, I'm not that worried.
I know, it's just
yeah.
a joke.
And then YouTube content ID is just a fucking joke.
Well, they didn't do it when I accidentally played the song, so.
That was a ridiculous moment in the history of tabletop gaming.
Yes.
Alright. Do you want to ask around about the radio situation or what?
Yes.
Actually, yeah.
Yes, we need a radio. We need to start having some nice old 40s tunes on our treks through the wasteland.
And
That
so
and being able to keep in
on-
touch.
Gotta hunt down some Paul Equestrian music.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what do you need? I've got like tons of it.
Oh well. We'll have to see. So you actually, the pony, it turns out that you would ask for that, after asking around, turns out to be Gem again.
Gem!
And she says, oh, you want a radio? While you're out there in the wasteland?
If it's not too much trouble.
Well, I mean, yeah, we could probably find some radio equipment, but I don't know how much use it would be. There aren't really any radio stations out here in the Maw. Well, I mean, there was one, and then it kind of, I don't know. We kind of cut out one day.
Plot hook.
You know where it is?
Yeah, it's just a little bit to the southwest of here.
Is it anywhere near Skyfall?
I think it's closer to here than to Skyfall.
Okay.
It's also not on any of the major roads, so it's kind of a tower in the middle of nowhere.
mark it on the map.
Yeah, I can give you a little map for it. Yeah.
Map updated.
So yeah, I mean,
Do-do-do-do.
We don't even really have a map for this area though, so.
Yeah, we don't.
We have
Well, we have a sort of map.
we have a map directly surrounding Slayer Base, and we have a map of the entire Maw.
and a map surrounding
of the
Gold
Gold
Rush.
Refuge. Yep.
Well, yeah, okay, yeah, that too.
When you say we have a map of Slayer Base, what we have is Slayer Base and then lots of dots saying classified.
Which we should not go to if they're just gonna steal it when we open it anyway.
We should totally go and then just claim it for our own and flee.
Yeah, that won't ruin your reputation at all.
That would be great. They'll love us. We're fantastic.
Because you're actually kind of liked by the Applejacks Rangers now.
Yes, we are. Faction status, Applejack's Rangers, liked.
Steel Rangers, disliked.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. And Lilypad is kind of the neutral.
Accepted.
Yeah, accepted. So,
Gold Rush, liked.
But yeah, she says, if you go to the tower, you can probably find some working radios there and see maybe if you can get the station up and running. I really liked it.
Well, we
Actually,
can definitely
Gold
try.
Rush is probably idolized by now.
Yeah, Gold Rush is definitely idolized.
Yeah,
Don't
we've
worry,
done a
we
lot
can
with
fix that.
place.
No, I liked being liked.
So yeah, you have now regained the ability to come and go from Slayer Base as you please. And, I think with that conflict out of the way, I think we can end the session for tonight.
Alright. Well,
And
Today
Flotsam
we
has
got-
not got. Flotsam has not got to ask the questions on her list yet. I will remedy this eventually.
Alright.
and now Powder Keg has to find a way to get those stamps back to, Blinky.
Blinky.
We'll find a way.
Just hang on to them.
Love will find a way.
We'll find a way.
Mail them.
Yes, because I can mail them. Yes.
Actually, there should be a carrier organization somewhere in here. I mean, you've got
I'm
three
going to handle
major
a
settlements.
Courier 6. And he'll go on his way, and then he'll find out that my letters actually contained a special poker chip. And then Fallout New Vegas happens.
I actually got that for my birthday, but I haven't started playing it yet because Harvest Moon.
You should start playing it because Fallout New Vegas.
I should really finish streaming that game.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Felix the Pacifist.
Felix the Pacifist.
Yeah. Or really the Felix with a really deadly follower.
What you should actually do is Robert the Mega Fist and just use Power Fists.
I think it's a luck-based character.
Yep.
Luck and a little bit of
luck.
charisma.
Yep.
Those
I
are fun
believe you,
characters to play.
Anyway, would you care to send us off?
This has been Fallout is Dragons.
Join us next week when we go out of our way to set up a radio station and probably run into problems because that's how this works.
But problems are fun.
All right.